Yeah, yeah. I'm back. You're back. Yeah. Hail Mary long, touchdown in the zone. Texas on my mind, hook 'em till I'm gone. Steel curtains, Pittsburgh battle strong. Scope buffs to the beat, rap the fight song. College dream stadiums packed to the lid. 95 yards, let the Heisman bid. Boys in the huddle, plans never kid. From the Lone Star to the Rockies, heroism undid. Really flawed, my life ain't perfect. Hook 'em horns, showing all worth it. Scope buffs chin, every nerve fits. Pittsburgh skyline, I love unearth it. Really flawed, my life ain't perfect. Hook 'em horns, showing all worth it. Lady love on the sidelines, heart in the game. Quarterbacks pass, parallel the same. Respect where it's due, never been lame. Love, laugh, subscribe, the flames never tame. Blitz crush, defensive line rewind. Buffs roar, another first down grind. Long live the gridiron, always unkind. Highlight reels, leaving trails behind. Really flawed, my life ain't perfect. Hook 'em horns, showing all worth it. Scope buffs chin, every nerve fits. Pittsburgh skyline, I love unearth it. Really flawed, my life ain't perfect. Hook 'em horns, showing all worth it. Really flawed, my life ain't perfect. Hook 'em horns, showing all worth it. Unearth it. Unearth it. Unearth it. Unearth it.
That was so cute.
Yeah, that was good. Good. That was.
That made me
Shout
feel
out.
better.
Shout out. That was.
Yeah. Shout out to Outsider. That was fun. And I needed it because I feel better. Like at first I was like, I'm so annoyed. And now I'm like, oh, that was so fun.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Hey, I was jealous, as a matter of fact. I was jealous.
Yeah. I was watching it because I'm sitting here. Well, you know this. Nobody else does this, but I'm like so frustrated because I'm looking for something I can't find. But when it started playing, I caught myself no longer looking for the thing. I was like focused. I'm like, oh, this is so fun. So that was fun. So thank you, Outsider. If you catch this now or on the replay. Yeah, that was pretty. I appreciated it. So I needed that today. So thanks.
Yeah, I'm jealous though.
Yeah. What are you jealous of? The photos or the song?
No, I feel like you know what I'm saying, I thought I ain't getting I'm not getting any cutoff of outsider than what he's throwing out there.
It's his business. you want to cut yeah,
I'm just talking though. But but shut up. That was pretty good though.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Made my head bob.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, oh, this is so sweet. And I felt like it was so personal. So anytime I hear it, I probably should play it more because it was, I don't know, it's just fun. So awesome. So welcome everybody in. I feel like we have kind of like a packed agenda because I feel like there's a lot of things happening. There's college football playoffs happening. The NFL is still happening. Transfer portal is happening. All of these new rules are happening. So I feel like there's so much happening. So I'm excited just to like chat with you and get your thoughts and opinions on anything's happening. Is there anything that you want to start with that?
No, I got a couple of things that I want to kind of go through. Obviously, I know we're going to talk about the playoffs.
Yeah.
Which
you start us off. You go for it. Tell us. You lead this.
You're
the man. I'll follow. Okay. You lead.
I almost said something, but I'll start off by saying this. Yeah, we can get into these playoffs first. These college football playoffs, okay. Excellent and great. I know we got a lot of topics to touch on, but I'm just leading now because I'm trying to get to the spot that I want you to.
No, you're the leader. You're the
leader. Just for now. Just for now. Just for now. I'm gonna pass this baton in just a second. But concerning the playoffs, Texas in particular, talk to me about the people that are not playing. Y'all star pass rushers not playing?
For Texas?
Yeah, I'm asking. Mm-hmm.
I haven't even looked, honestly.
Oh, well, yeah. I think I read an article. You got 3 of them off the defensive line not playing.
Are we sure?
Read it this morning. But if you're not fully aware of it, then we can put that on pause.
Yeah, I haven't even seen that. Even
Oh
in
yeah, I was excited to talk to you about because I figured you knew about it and all of that. So
because Sark did a press conference today, and he was talking about the portal players and how the people that have entered the portal, he's still going to have them there Saturday. And then they asked him what he thought about the transfer portal, and they asked him about Ewers and Manning. Who are the people?
well,
And then why didn't
I thought I didn't commit it to memory because I thought you would
Oh,
just rattle it off real quick. I just read the article. I think you started defensive line. Who's your leading sack getter on the defensive line?
I have my. I'm so focused on.
I'm
the
sorry, I didn't
Steelers.
mean to put you on the spot. I
No,
just thought
yeah.
maybe you talked about it, and maybe I'm.
So
I
is
didn't
it
read
like
the article
Alfred
right.
Collins or Broughton or Colin Simmons or Anthony Hill Jr. or those are our guys.
Okay.
Now hold on. Now I'm on Twitter trying to see.
Well, maybe it was Texas A&M then. Maybe that's what it was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, if you heard, let me see the guy who usually breaks all the news for Texas. Hold on, I could tell you real fast because he is on it every. Yeah. So yeah, because they talked about Banks, Isaiah Bond is good. They talked to Sark. I don't see it.
Okay, maybe it was my mistake, but
Yeah,
maybe it was
or
my mistake. Maybe it was
they
Texas
could
A&M.
have been talking about though the fact that some of the guys that we had in the they could have been talking about some of the guys that were in the transfer portal that were on the team, but Sark is like he's letting the guys that enter the transfer portal, they can still play. So like, we know they're going to leave, but they can still be a part of the roster and travel and get the experience and everything. So I don't know, but maybe unless something just came out like in the past 2 hours and I just wasn't paying attention.
No, when it was something. I usually when I wake up in the morning, I look at the news app and when you get those random articles from me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, that's
Okay.
fine. Maybe I just misremembered. I thought and I could have got it mixed up with Texas because Texas A&M do have people out, right?
Yeah, Texas A&M is a mess.
Yeah, they do have people out. So, so maybe I just got them mixed up with that. But that being said, we got games tomorrow.
We got games tomorrow.
Notre Dame
And
SMU.
how do you feel about it? These college athletes, if they played in championship Saturday, they're going to end up playing just as many games as the NFL. I think that's an issue. What do you think about that?
Well, they could have
That's
played
a
more
lot
games.
of football.
But they add some more next year. How do I feel about it? I would personal preference. I would like the season to end no later than January the 5th. If it right, as it was once upon a time. I think if it's under me, I would structure anything where I can get it over at the first of the year. So
Me
if
too.
if that calls for restructuring of conference championship games, then do that. But yeah, I think that's what needs to happen. I mean, even if you wanted to make a national championship game, because I think they're going to 14, right?
Yeah, they're going to 14. And yeah, it's just to me, like, listen, I'm a fan, right? I'll be watching.
Mm-hmm.
But do you know why they don't start the season earlier? Like, why? So so my question is this: why do we have week 0? Why isn't that an actual week? Like, why don't we push things up a week or two? Like, why? And then I feel like, so also, do you need 20 days to decide if you're going to enter into the transfer portal when your season ended a week before that? Does that make sense?
No, they already know.
Right. So we have this extended window for the transfer portal. So your season ends in a week. This is not for the teams that play in the championship games and all that, but your season ends, you have a week, then you have 20 days to decide if you want to enter the transfer portal, and then the transfer portal closes. Then you have teams that will not have played football for a month. Then they'll come back and play a game. Then they'll be off 2 weeks. Then they play on January 20th. But if you want to enter the transfer portal, get to another team, get enrolled, and get all of those things, you can't play with your team for the championship because you got to go. So I'm like, how is this, not like, how is this fair? So then I'm thinking, how would I fix it? So then I'm like, why do we have week 0? Why don't we just bump the season up and make it make sense? Like, what am I missing? And then, like you said, then next year we're going to 14 teams. So like, what's the plan?
I don't know. Yeah, I would. Well, I mean, week 0 is week 0, but I guess you can move it up. But I think you can only move it up about a week, right? Because they have to be enrolled taking classes to play.
But I think school usually starts on like August. Hold on, let's see when school starts. Because school starts like August 16th, August 20th.
Well, I guess it depends on what institution you're going to also.
Okay. Why do you have to be in school in a class to actually play football? Is that real? That's the rule?
As far as I ain't read nothing, so don't get it.
Okay.
That's how I've always known it to be.
Because you could play. That's not what happens with volleyball. So volleyball, you get to school 2 weeks before school even starts, and you start playing. Like you start practicing, you start doing your thing. And I would have to double check. A lot of times you're actually at a tournament the first week of like the first weekend before school. So my point is like if volleyball is doing it, why isn't football? Like what's keeping them from doing
I don't know.
this?
I don't, but I wouldn't want to go no earlier than that. I wouldn't want to go no earlier than week 0.
Well, no, but even if I add week 0, the student athletes still come back before that, right? So if we add a week, we've added week 0. That moves us a step closer. This year, the championship game is January 20th. So that moves us to January 13th. We're still, I feel like it's, I guess what I'm saying is, if you are a student athlete that is on a team that is in the national championship game or the semifinals, you don't even get the option of jumping. You have to choose between jumping in the portal or staying on your potential national championship team.
Yeah, that's what James Franklin was arguing with his backup quarterback.
Yeah.
That's the point.
So and I don't understand that. And then
hold on, but let me just speak on that. Okay. National championship is separate and apart from your personal aspirations. So I don't think anything need to be conceded for that.
I could see that argument.
You see what I'm saying? So I would not
see that.
Oh my, yeah. I was just having this conversation with somebody else earlier today. Something similar, not this exact thing. I'm not changing anything for what you want. Like I'm not establishing rules for what you want because you want to do something different.
No, that's fair. Right, but I think okay. So, but then the question is, but we act like that's what we're doing for these. So we act like we care about the athletes. We care about them, right? Like we care about your families. We want you to be successful. You're a college athlete and we're preparing you for life. So then if that's not what we're doing, then what are we doing?
Well, see, I don't know but I don't know if because of a choice you want to make is a display of me caring or not caring. So I don't think that falls under that. You see what I'm saying?
Interesting.
So,
okay.
Yeah, right. I just don't think it falls under that umbrella. So if you want to,
so you recognizing them as two different things.
Yeah, it's not the same. Nor do I think it's the student or NCAA or the NCAA's job to make the playoffs around a person wanting to transfer from the university. I think that's counterproductive.
Well, no, but what I'm saying is, I don't think it's about this. I think the student athlete is the impacted party. I'm talking about the coaches because they're supposed to be preparing to play games,
right?
And what they're focused on is who's under the transfer portal, like all these other things. So in my mind, I'm just like, I guess what I'm trying to really say is I feel like so much times we always talk about the quality of the game, like just the quality of it, right? Like,
Mhm.
are the quarterbacks even good anymore? Right? Like, are the receivers even good anymore? Can the cornerbacks even really cover anymore? And my question is, if that is the case and we feel like we're regressing in the game, we're also taking away coaches from the game. So how are we ever going to recover and get better at something if the coaching responsibility is also fleeting because they have other things they're supposed to do? You don't think so? Because like Texas can pay people,
No.
right?
Right.
Texas can pay people. But like Indiana well, SMU can. Like, how are these other people's budgets? Sometimes I just feel like we're putting up as many obstacles as we can, and we're still like, give me quality football. It's like,
Well, yeah, I get that, but I guess I'll make this point. The caring and acting like we caring is why we have these problems now.
well, you're right.
Yeah, that's where this
Yeah.
comes from.
We'll leave it at that. You're right. That at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
they wanted the freedom to move. They gave them the freedom to move. They wanted them to get paid. They let them get paid.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you get
That's
that,
true.
that's why that's why I look at them differently. I'm like, that transfer portal has absolutely nothing to do. To me, it doesn't move where I want how I want games laid out. And like Alpha said, I mean, you ain't got to transfer if you want championship game. You don't have to.
No, right. But that's what I'm saying. I in my personal opinion, I think people look too much at the players. I'm not talking about the players.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
talking
neither am
about
I.
the coaches.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
I'm talking about their preparation, their staffs, their focusness, because it's leadership. It all starts from the top.
Yeah.
And we always want to blame the little guy. We always want to blame the players. How dare the players for wanting to leave to get the bag, but the second you see a job that's going to pay you more, you leave and go take that job and no one complains to you. So it's like, I'm tired of us blaming the players because really they're not the issue. The issue is they're providing a service. Pay them. Period. And if you don't want to pay them, then they can go do what they want to do.
They're kind of the issue.
But they're playing the system. They're not breaking rules.
No.
If
No. I'm talking about as far as the issue, as far as what we were previously talking about, as far as scheduling and the things that goes into what makes it difficult. I'm saying that happened because of players.
Yeah.
So that part of it, we can have that discussion. They very well are. They are the blame. They the one who went to court.
Yeah.
Is
well,
he
to be fair though, not these players.
Well,
These players didn't.
right. I mean, we all kind of work under our umbrella of our predecessors. But yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. But I'm just saying, if I did want to blame the players in this one, I guess I kind of could, and be legit with it.
I think, but that's what you're saying to me is that's life. It's a pie. Everybody gets a piece to blame.
Yeah, everybody gonna get some of that,
right?
yeah.
The players are gonna get a little bit, the coaches are gonna get a little bit, the fans are gonna get a little bit, Congress is gonna get a little bit. Like everybody is going to get, and that's my point. Is that we only want to go to blame. We're blaming the players. How dare the players for not wanting to compete? How dare the players for asking for a bag? How dare? And I'm like, you do the same thing every day.
Right. Oh my God, I just had that conversation too. So please. Yeah, I don't know. Let them make all the money they can make.
Right. And like I was talking to somebody earlier, and I'm like, so you mean to tell me if you could live in the exact same house you're living in right now, the exact same everything, and somebody offers it to you for less money, so you can have more money in your pocket, you're gonna be like, no, I'm good. You wouldn't. You would be like, lower it. Take that. Yeah. So like, but I get it. We're people, and sometimes all of us don't have the capacity for, placing the right blame because we want to whine and complain. I got it. But it's like, look at these kids. Like,
yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I also was talking, I was mentioning that. See, now overall, I think I'm fine with the system. I don't think I have any, like I don't think how things are ran in college football. I think if nothing ever changed, I would be okay with that.
You'd be okay.
Now, but I say that Well,
except for the one thing.
yeah, I'll be fine with it. I just don't. I don't have a lot. I don't have a lot of big pushback. I do believe the season could be cleaned up because that's the original question you asked me. Yes, 100% agree that could be cleaned up. My preference is, but I'm kind of old school in nature. Yeah, January the 5th. Let the stuff be over with. I don't know how you work that in, but I used to push back against this all the time. It's really beginning to look like they are going to break away from the NCAA.
So yes, and I think the NFL is so. I think what's actually happening, and we talked about this for a little bit. I think the NFL has more to do with that than we think. Like, I think people are so married to the fact that, oh my God, these junior college players, now they're going to be in the college longer. And what does that mean? And da, da, da. I think this helps the NFL. Like, if we put on our business hats, because sometimes we put on our fan hats, but if you put on your business hat and you tell me that the way that I can get away with not having to pay a player 2 max contracts is to give him more eligibility in college, sign me up. Because now the only people that are going to probably get 2 max contracts are going to probably be quarterbacks, punters, kickers, long snappers, maybe, and they don't get paid that much. Because if you're 26 coming out of college or 25 coming out of college and you go to the NFL, your first 5-year deal, after that first contract, you're 30. I'm not going to give you another one at 35. Who does that? Unless you're a quarterback, right? And so, again, billionaires are thinking long-term. They're not thinking about this short-term game. They're thinking, if I could get away with this and my game gets better because now we have more conditioned athletes, I'm on the side. I'm winning if I'm the NFL, I think. But what do you think?
I don't think it. I don't know if the NFL has anything to do with it, but I don't think I think that's the least of their concerns, right? I think it's advantageous. I mean, you got more players, you got more tape, and you get rid of more washouts. I mean, maybe it kind of helps filter out some bad players that's coming into the league. But I mean, honestly, professional leagues, what I've noticed is they like to keep you away long enough to ensure that you're good. And they'll try to make whatever rules to do that.
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
And which is why the NFL restructured the salary cap for rookies because they used to didn't have that. Why?
Right.
Because they didn't want to pay another Jamarcus Russell.
Exactly.
Right. So they want you to get on a smaller contract so they can see if you work or not and whether they should buy it. So yes, playing in college does help eliminate some of that for an extended period of time.
And that's what I think that sometimes, and I'm only saying this because I used to be this person. I think sometimes we forget the business. Listen, I'm not a billionaire. That's not what I am.
You are. I thought you were.
I'm not a billionaire.
You told me you was a billionaire.
For you. I have bad news for you. Okay, I'm not a billionaire.
Oh my God! And I thought I was gonna get a milli.
I know I told you on this pipe dream. Travis Hunter won the Heisman. We got a little bit, but we're not quite. We have a little bit of ways to go. Okay, just like a little bit. We're almost there, but we're not quite there yet. but if I'm thinking about a way to save myself money and do things, I want guardrails. I want to put guardrails in place, and I want those guardrails to be as favorable to me as possible because I'm the billionaire. Well, I'm trying, right? I'm working on it. And I think that's what we miss. I think that's what we miss in this game of football is that, because we're fans. I get it. We're fans. We're fascinated with the game. We're fascinated with the game. But anytime I take a step back and look at what's happening, I'm like, this is very smart for business. This is brilliant for business. So, and even college football right now, people are saying, I don't know if you've looked at any of the boards about some of the fans are saying these ticket prices are expensive. So if your team goes all the way through, how many games you're going to, go support them to see. And they're like, how is anybody supposed to be able to afford to go with their team to every single one of these games?
No. Hey, speaking of tickets, I don't mean to go too far on a tangent. But that rescheduling of this Thursday night game screwed so many
They
people.
rescheduled it.
Yeah, they got was it the Cincinnati? I think it's the who played tonight, or is it next week? Who played tonight?
Oh, you're talking about hold on. I know what you're talking about because I saw it pop up on
Yeah,
my
they put it to them. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
But that just goes to say what you were saying about the ticket prices. I mean, they dude to spend $1,200, $1,500 on football tickets, and then they move the game. And you can't.
And they
go.
move the game.
And you
I
bought it
know.
all for Ticketmaster.
And there's
you
nothing you
shot.
can do. There's nothing you can do. And
Yeah,
you know
bro, that's the worst thing.
You know what's funny too is that that's what's wrong with the NFL or the NBA. Remember how I don't know if you've seen like they're complaining about like the ratings are down, the ratings are down. I'm like, because people are buying tickets to go see LeBron and LeBron doesn't play. He rests. He's on whatever they're calling it. And it's like, so why would I continue to watch this if I don't even get to see the guys I want to see play? What's the point? How many times do you want me to spend $500 to go watch backups that I don't know? Do that. So anyways, like what do I know? What do I know? So that's kind of where I'm at with that. Is there anything that you feel like can change? So you're happy with the rules as the way the rules stand today? You're like, I love these rules. What would if you could change a rule or something? What would you change? That would be my question. What would you change if you could change one thing?
What would I change?
I can
change anything. Are we just talking about anything, or we just
anything?
talking about
Yeah, give me
one
thing.
Transfers, adding.
Yeah, all of it. Transfers. How many games they're playing? Like, if you could just change one thing to kind of make this better, what did ESPN just say?
I don't know. My face ain't working. Nothing. Okay. Absolutely nothing. But if it's one thing I would change, but mine would be big, is that I agree with the pulling out of the NCAA and having their own thing in sports. I say go to 60. 20. Go to 24, 15. I don't know, but yeah, go to 15. Go to 15 teams a conference, and 15 teams a conference. You're gonna have a total of 60. 15 teams a conference. You split them up. SEC, Big Ten merge, right? And then they fill in the gaps on whoever they have a consensus of who they want to come with them. After you do that, immediately after you do that, now you break them and piece them out to regions. So now you ain't got, if Cal comes, Cal ain't got to go fly. You know what I'm saying?
So like the NFL, basically. You give them the people.
There you go. Basically like the NFL.
But you would only do Big Ten and SEC together?
Well, that's what would be. You take the Big Ten and the SEC, they come to some agreement, and then they invite whoever they want to come join them.
You know what that's actually like? And I don't know how many people watch soccer. That's how the soccer works. It's like, well, in a way, like you have to kind of play your way into the higher leagues. It's like, and then at the end of the year, the lower teams gotta go, and they rotate in the new people. So it's like, it's almost like there's rules to get in, but if you suck, you got to get out.
Yeah.
So like, no disrespect to like Mississippi State or who's bad in Big Ten. I'm going to pick on Maryland. They might not be bad, or Wisconsin, whoever, but they would have to go. So they leave, and then you would bring in, like whoever, Baylor and Colorado. Like, I'm just,
Now, let me just add this caveat. They can't kick, though, meaning that they won't be able to remove.
So you want it to be stationary?
Yeah, because I think, the only reason why I say you can't move is because since they got contracts, right? And the conference, the teams in the conference are the conference and the contract who they become contract with. So when people say kick a team out, you just really can't kick a team out because they're contractually, the university itself is within the, you see what I'm saying? So I can see the legalities there.
Yeah.
So you just leave that alone. Because they're not hurting you anyway. And then you pick from the Big 12, ACC, the Mountain West, wherever you want.
Yeah. My one rule that I would create is I would have there be a cap on how much you can pay Like, I think it should be public. I think the pay should be public. And I think each thing should have a budget. And whatever you do in NIL, that's separate. Because they're going to do like the revenue sharing and stuff like that. I think it would be cool if that money was designated to certain, like if quarterbacks are supposed to get 2.5 million as the coach, you starter, you're going to get 1.5 million. The other guys will get 750,000 or like whatever that is. For that revenue sharing money. Now the other money, again, do what you want, because I can't limit your earning potential on who you are. Like, that's not fair. Like, go be you, go do you. And still, if the collectives want to kick it, again, there's nothing I can do about that, because people can do whatever they want with their money. But I think that if you make some of this stuff public, I think it's actually more fun, because now we have something that we can all see and it's tangible. And I just think it would make it more fun and exciting. And everyone's getting the same amount of money. So it's not like there's this huge secret. It's like.
I think the game would eventually die off if you did that.
Why?
Yeah. I think college football is about, I did a show a long time ago. I think college football is about to turn into college. But once you do that, I think it's over. And
I think it's already coming to an end.
Right. I think that the drop, like the NFL, people don't understand. More people watch the NFL than they do college football. A lot more people. The people that watch college football, the universities that they truly make money off of, are the people or alumni or people have something to the school.
Yeah, that's true.
Once it becomes the USFL, public salaries, that I think those people, that all the big money people, will lose interest in it as they did college basketball.
Are we sure though? Because the college basketball product is just awful.
Yeah, I think because you're at a university and you talk to different type of people. Why do they walk? If you really listen to them, they'll probably say some things that you totally disagree with. And when I say you, I'm talking like me, you, just right. But it's about, I've heard them say it. It's about, man, I sure hate not seeing this guy maturate from a freshman to a senior. I don't even know who they got coming back now. You see, it becomes more something else.
I think my thing is this though. I think that if you make it to where we all know everybody's getting the money, and if you make it to where everyone is starting at the same, whatever additional is whatever additional, it is what it is. I can't monitor, like, whatever. But I think, like, I've asked people, like, first of all, I learned this year when I started a YouTube channel that some people watch college football, never watch the NFL, and some people that watch the NFL never watch college. I didn't even know that was a thing. So I learned that this year, even with making content and like looking at different things. And I ask people, what is it about the NFL that you like over college? And I always ask people, and the one thing people say that they like about college is they feel like the game is a little bit, it's not as business-like. It's a little bit more fun and free. They like the bands. And they like the fact that they watch the players grow and develop, which, again, I'm talking to real football fans, right? Like the guys that are like obsessed with this shit. And that's what they say. And so I always say, how do you feel about NIL coming in? For the NFL watcher, is that more fun for you? And then for the college watcher, does that turn you off? Like, where are we at? And everybody always says, it's hard because we don't understand it. And there's so many moving parts and there's nothing that's consistent. Because it is the Raw Wild West. Like, we don't know if you're getting paid because collective or are the collective the boosters. Who are the boosters? Most of the time, you don't even know who the boosters are. And then there's NIL, so there's all these things. So in my mind, I'm like, if you fix one piece of it, because you can't fix everything, because in life it's not fair, it's unstable, it's all the things. But if you can fix the one thing, that at least I know my team is going to get paid. And how they're doing it or whatever is how they're doing it. I just feel like it solves one sliver of a problem. Maybe not everything, but it will solve like the the one thing that's like, hey, I'm the University of Virginia. We're getting paid here too. You know what I mean? It's like for those kids that will never be able to go to Ohio State. They're never going to be able to go to Florida State when they're good. They're never going to be able to go to Florida. They're never going to be able to go to Alabama, but they can still get a little piece of the pie and still have good football. So anyway, so that's kind of my opinion. Now, again, I could be right, wrong, and different. It's never going to be perfect.
There is no right or wrong here.
Yeah. So that's why I'm just saying it's like, I feel like though, also the thing that I hear people saying they don't like is they feel like it's the wild, wild west, and and it is. So how can we streamline it just a little bit, just a little piece of that pie?
Yeah.
But
the last thing I'd say about it, I just think once they lose the perception of amateurism, it's over.
You don't think they've already lost that though?
No, because I could be dead. I could be dead wrong. I think when people talk about what you're saying about they don't know how it works, when they say that, right? Because they don't understand the structure, right? But the fact that they don't gives them deniability that it's still amateurism. Because once you explain it to them, it just sounds like the bag man. They made the bag man public. That's essentially what it sounds like.
But
so
it's used to that. Yeah.
But once once you put on there, your starting quarterback is making $2.5 million. Amateurism out the door. Everything that you said originally is gone. It's a business now.
And you're saying that people already don't even realize it's a business. So let's not make them realize it's a business.
Right. That's which it has always been that way. But
that's what I understand how people don't see it's a business though.
Because technically the schools still are not paying them.
Come on, guys.
I'm just telling you. But see, you can look through come on, man. You just went through an election. Let's don't act like they don't.
You're right. Okay. Earth 2. Okay. You're right. Okay. Thanks for,
all right, what are we doing
bringing me back. Thanks for bringing me back.
What are we doing? I was just like, what?
Thanks for bringing me back. You're right. I still think the cost of eggs are going to fall. You're right. You're 100% right.
Look, that ain't even toward no particular side. It's just that's how it is.
You're right. But you know what? I would like to apologize for all the people listening. I messed up. Okay.
Hey, listen. You can have your daughter or your son could be a male, could be making money with an alternate way. As a father, you don't want to know. You want to live under
under the assumption that it's all clean. You're paying taxes.
Yeah, you ain't doing nothing. Okay. Exactly.
Right. You know what? I would like to apologize on behalf of the Earth Oneers. I temporarily lost my mind for a minute. I forgot. That's my bad. I forgot that 54% of Americans are illiterate. That's my fault. That is my bad. All right. I'm coming back. We're back. We're coming back.
I never meant for it to go there. That was so unnecessary. I'm just saying.
It's okay. I'm bringing myself back. I'm bringing myself back. I'm reading this book. I'm bringing myself back. Like, this is me checking back in. Anyways, we're totally off topic now because now you're right. My bad. I totally went off. So what else did we? What are your thoughts on Mike Tomlin, Russell Wilson? Let me hear it. What do you have? What are you thinking? How are you feeling?
Anyway, so I listen a lot. I listen 24/7 almost sports. I heard Chris Candy say it, earlier. They was talking about if Mike Tomlin doesn't win a playoff game, could there be some mutual, hey, you go your way, I go mine. Now, they didn't say about he should get fired in it, but should there be a change? Because he hadn't won a playoff game in 2 different administrations?
Yeah, I think. Oh, is that how they're doing it? I swear I can't stand you. I swear I can't.
I'm just saying. I'm just adding some.
Use the years.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just adding some length. That's all I'm doing.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Three different administrations.
Most people don't even know what that even means. Can you break that down?
No, they good there. Hey, hey, do what my mama say. Hey, go look in the dictionary. Look it up in the dictionary. Go get the encyclopedia.
What do you mean by administration?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Even mean?
Hey, I'm just saying. But anyway, I'm just saying. So, look, I didn't necessarily two conversations I want to have with you. First conversation is moving the goalposts. All right, but we ain't gotta get on that yet. Second is, how valid do you believe? Do you think there's any legit, not saying they're gonna do it, but understandable action there or that thought process?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
I agree, but I also would defend him on this. But I don't know who decision making it was. I felt like trying to extend Ben hurt them for about 7 years. That was a 7-year problem.
And that was a Rooney decision.
Right. So yeah.
So, oh God. Okay. I think that the problem with the Steelers is we are the best average team on the planet. The best, right? Like we're not, we're not them, right? We're not Jacksonville and the Browns and insert whoever, right? We're not them. With Mike Tomlin, we've never been them, right? We've always won. So we've always won. But we're also not breaking any walls down or breaking any barriers or you know what I'm saying? We're not that either. So the problem is what are you okay with? How average are you okay being? And the Steelers, just like a lot of other organizations, because there's egos involved, think that we should be better than average. It's not good enough for us just to continue to pick 20th or 18th to 26. We're a better organization than that. And if we're a better organization than that, then yes, right? He's got to go because he's underachieved. Cool. But I think then if you pull back a couple of curtains and you're like, Pittsburgh's still curtains. It's like, why is he getting held to a standard that nobody else in the NFL has been able to obtain? Ever.
Is he though?
Well, no one else has ever had an 18-year run of not having a losing season. And if you make the argument that the goal of the NFL is to win games, so the question in my mind, this is where I'm going to, the question in my mind is, are the Steelers an organization that is happy winning games and getting to the playoffs and praying we win a playoff game? Is that our standard? Or if you're going to tell me our standard is getting into the playoffs, getting to the Super Bowl, then he's failed if that's your standard. It depends on what your standard is. That's all I'm saying. And I just think, I don't know where, listen, do I want Mike Tomlin to be fired?
No, that is not what we're saying.
I know, but I'm just talking through this. Do I want Mike Tomlin to be fired? No. But if you continue to be okay with what's happening, what do you do? And I think that's what everyone's trying to figure out. Like, what is it? Like, and I think there's been some mistakes. I think we've screwed up the quarterback position. I think we screwed it up signing Ben. I think we screwed it up getting Kenny Pickett. I think now in a lot of ways we're screwing it up again. And I think, is this going to be your issue? Is we're going to keep screwing up the quarterback position? Because I still don't think we have it right. That's my opinion.
I get it. I don't think he should be. I don't think he should be fired. Also, my only point is that I don't know how long. Like, I'd have to ask, how long does any team keep a dude that keep losing in the playoffs? I mean, essentially, oh boy, what's his name? Cincinnati, because I think he was getting him to the playoffs. What was his name? What's his name? DC used to be a DC for Baltimore. Yeah. What's his name?
I know.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, he couldn't win a playoff
He had
game.
losing seasons.
Yeah, he did. But and he didn't win a playoff game. He stayed there for a long time. I guess nobody exactly like him, but that's the question though. How long Mike McCarthy gonna probably get fired eventually, and it's not because this season is set. He could have won 13 games. He losing the first round of playoffs. He's probably gonna get fired. Now we can call Jerry Jones something different. That's cool, but I just if you're supposed to be a Super Bowl contending program, how many years can you go without winning a playoff game? You're no longer Super Bowl. Yeah, Marvin Lewis. That's Marvin his name. Lewis. Yeah, Marvin Lewis. So, what do you do with that?
I know so this is one of those things though that we're never gonna know. So if he wins a playoff game this year, obviously this doesn't matter, right? But if he doesn't, and let's say they let him go or they mutually agree to part ways, whatever we want to call it, doesn't matter. And the next guy comes in and only wins 5 games, then you go, oh, hell, we should have never fired the guy.
Well.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, in a way, you're in a no, like, what do you do?
No, I get it. Oh, trust me. I get it, right?
Yeah.
You're in a no-win. First off, Mike Tomlin, he gets fired, and I agree with the dude that was on radio. If he parted ways from Pittsburgh today, there's only 2 teams in the NFL that need to keep their coach and not pick him, and that's Kansas City and I guess it's just one, Kansas City. All the rest of them need to swap them out.
Yeah.
But I know. Who do you pick? Everybody says the same thing with Ohio State. They coach
Ryan Day, exactly.
Yeah, Ryan Day.
So,
who you gonna get?
I also think this comes down to fans versus business. I think the fans are going to feel a certain way because that's what we do. We feel a certain way. But I think the business side of this, meaning the people who are in-house and the people who are playing for him and the people that are working, like, what are they saying? What is their feedback? Like, what is their, like, you know what I mean? Like, is he a great guy to work with? Do people love him? Do people respect him? I think all of those answers are yes. So it's like, in a lot of ways, so this is where the fans versus business is different in the NFL. In college football, if the fans are loud enough, they can get the coach fired. Because it's college football, right? In college football, let me tell you the trick to getting a college football coach fired. You go to the boards, you go to Twitter, and you just get loud. And all the fans and all the people that are donating, you get loud. And eventually, guess what happens? They fire the coach. That is why I'm hard on all these college football coaches, because I know that if we need a guy to go, we can get a guy to go because we hold the power. In the NFL, they don't care about the fans because it's a business. So who are they? Are they going to try to make the fans happy and let them go? The problem is, though, is the get rid of Tomlin crowd is actually quiet right now. So they're kind of like, you know.
That brings me to my next point.
Yeah.
Remember I said moving the goalposts, right?
Yep.
So now with me, like this is pretty much how I talk about evaluate any sports team or whatever. If you ask me, like, a person asks me, hey, was who'd you have in the Colorado and so game, right? Even though I think it changed, I just keep it with what I originally said, right? So I don't move the goalposts.
Right.
And I thought I wouldn't care if he won a playoff game or not. I'd never had him going to the playoffs anyway.
See, and that, right.
So, yeah, that's the question. So, because he did such a good job during the year and nobody expected that, now he don't win a playoff game and you want to do something to him?
We were literally picked last. Yeah. We were picked like, people laughed at me when I was like, okay, they're like, girl, this is like, calm down. This is the year you guys regress. Yeah. Take a step back, and nobody picked us. We were supposed to win 4 games, we're supposed to win 6 games, just win all these things. And now he's overachieved. And now you keep pushing the bar higher when to be honest, the past 3 years, everybody has been like, you guys, come on, you guys know you're not that good, right? Like, and I'm like, we're not great. I've never said we're great. And I'm never going to say we're great, but we're not terrible. And then we just start like, do you know how, like, what if this man beats Baltimore this weekend?
That's probably not going to happen, but okay.
No, but I'm just saying, like, you never know what's going to happen with injuries and weather and whatever. You just never know. But what if it does happen and this man wins the AFC North? Then what do you say? He's terrible?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So
No, you're right. I agree, and that's why I mentioned that. But
yeah, I don't know.
I don't like people doing that, and people say that I do that, which I don't. But that's not staying here nor there. But yeah, I don't believe in that move the goalpost, man. Whatever. That's like, and for those of you don't understand, that's like you got a job, you gotta fill five McDonald's Happy Meals in 5 minutes, and then they come to you midway through, say, "No, you got to do 10." You can't do that
because you could do it in like 2.2 seconds.
Yeah. You can't do that. That's not how that works. That's not how that works, bro.
Yeah.
I think you gotta get the McDonald's work.
Yeah, I don't think that they should fire him. Now my frustrations with him, that's a totally different thing. But him as being our coach, I don't think he should be fired. Let me say that. Now, do I get on his ass about some other things? Yes. Not because he needs to be fired, but because I'm like, bro, open your eyes. So again, but let's be honest, that's almost with any team that loses games. You can always be like, what was that? The
All
thing?
right.
What was that?
This right here?
I'm just saying. I know what it is. Shut up. Where are the Skittles?
Oh, yeah, those Skittles. I didn't hear you. My bad. I didn't hear you. I don't have those Skittles today. You know what I'm saying? No, and I know we're going a little bit long. Really, I apologize, but I've been holding these things. I guess you've been mad at me, so I hadn't heard from you in a while. But that's neither here nor there.
Anyway, you know what? Don't be on Beyonce's internet acting like that.
I'm just saying. So the next thing, hey,
you're what these people thinking.
I'm just saying. Hey,
he is lying, everyone. He's absolutely lying.
now, y'all, who y'all gonna believe, me or her?
I wish I could put up a poll.
You can put up a poll, but I'm telling y'all right now, y'all believe me because y'all know Rawhide ain't gonna lie because he could care less. You right? So I'm telling you the truth.
Here we go.
Let's keep that moving.
Telling the truth.
Yeah. So
we need a poll up. Who do you believe, Rawhide? Really?
You got to do a poll. One for Rawhide, and put the number 99 in for really flawed. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you did there.
What are you talking about? I ain't do nothing.
No, nobody better put anything because you're.
I'm just saying. Yeah.
Look at this man.
I'm just saying. So the question is,
he's neutral.
He's
neutral.
Look. But
neutral.
Oh. Are you gonna pay Russell Wilson in second? Do you think he's played well this season?
Do I think he's played well this season? No. But he hasn't played bad. I think he's a good guy. I think he's a game manager. I just think he's a game manager. Like he's never, in my opinion, he's never going to do anything that's going to blow me away. But what I don't want him to do is be the reason we lose games. And do we pay him? If he would take, see, the problem is we have Justin Fields back there. And that's the thing. That's where it gets hard. And I thought what was going to happen, and it didn't happen, was, and again, I guess we have to well, Justin Fields, though, is now injured. So that's another thing that kind of makes this weird, is who do you pick? Of course, then they asked Wilson on Tuesday, and he was like, yeah, I would love to come back. And so I don't know what they're going to do, honestly. I mean,
okay, just tell me what you want. What you do? What do you want?
I wanted them to have Russ in there and to have Justin kind of slowly work his way in there. Because so at the beginning of the season, this is what they said. Russ is a starting quarterback, Russ is a starting quarterback. And then they were like, we're going to have packages for Justin Fields. We're going to have packages for Justin Fields. That's what they said. Then the season started. Russ had the calf thing. Justin Fields was playing. They pulled Justin Fields. They put in Russ. And then we didn't see the packages with Justin Fields. And then they started doing the packages with Justin Fields. So then I was like, is this where the transition starts to happen? Well, that never happened because Wilson was winning games. And again, whether Wilson was winning games or the Steelers defense was holding, or you know what I'm saying? Like, debatable. Cool, whatever. So now Fields is hurt. So we can't even use him if we wanted to use him. So if I was the Steelers GM, what would I do? it would be nice. I want Justin Fields to be my starter quarterback. However, if I'm a business person, I look at this as a business, I would see what somebody would give me for Fields. If somebody made me an offer I couldn't refuse and allowed me to get really good draft picks for him, I would think about it. The other thing is, though, I think in the NFL, I don't think I think Brock Purdy is good enough, and I think Russell Wilson can be Brock Purdy. But if we do that, we have to draft better offensive guys. So that would kind of be where I would go. I would see what my options are with Justin Fields, because he might be a very valuable asset, maybe. And then I would see if Wilson could be a solid, consistent game manager. Don't turn the ball over, don't do all those things. In a perfect world, somehow we find a way to keep both of them. I don't know if that's even possible. I don't know how much that would cost, but it's kind of like a hodgepodge of clay. And just because, and I believe if you have two quarterbacks, you don't have a quarterback. And that's what worries me. So that was a long-winded answer of being like, I think we have some options, and I would want to see what the market is telling us.
Okay. How much a year for Wilson if you keep him?
If Wilson takes under 40, I think we have a deal. Under 40.
Okay, well, under 40. Whoa. When you said under 40, I was thinking, so you talking about under 40 because 10 is under 40.
Right, under 4, like just under.
Sorry, so how, wait. Let's narrow that down a little bit, bro. Give me a between. Give me low.
Oh, okay, well, I think it depends though. So I think if we keep Fields and we're paying both of them, then he has to be around 10 to 20 because we have to be able to pay Fields.
Okay.
But the good thing about Fields is he's probably going to be cheaper because he hasn't played this year.
Yeah. Okay. I got you. Okay.
So like, if we don't have both of them.
I got you. Oh,
yeah.
You threw out that 40. I might have had a heart attack. I said,
no,
what?
Yeah, because you have to think right now, I think we're paying a total of like $10 million right now, I think, to have both of them.
Yeah.
And so if you do that, again, it really just depends on what we're doing with Fields. What do we do? If you say to me, hey, the Steelers have decided they're going to keep both quarterbacks, what do you think they should be paid? I think that's a different conversation because I would have to look at salary. I don't even think they can keep them, right? And what I mean by that is that you made me stop and think about that again. I can see him getting 25, man. Now that I look at it, you see,
because there is a respect factor as far as market rate value for what it is. I don't know. I don't want to get all into that. I see. I guess the problem I got is if you keep both, that means one of them could be easily replaced. Thus, you can't pay them a lot of money, which would be back down to 10 to 15 if that's the case. Because you could pay Russell Wilson. We'll split the baby in the middle, 12.5, and then maybe Justin Fields, for a sense of comfort, maybe sign something between 7 and 15. That's still, both of them still cheaper than a starting quarterback.
That's what I'm saying.
You could do that.
And I think the other thing is too, so this isn't true because they are both there because of each other. Part of getting Justin Fields was Russell Wilson, and part of Fields wanting to go to Pittsburgh was because of Russ. So, and that's documented. If you do research and listen to them, they will tell you that because, anyways, that I'm not going there, but if you can keep both of them, so let me pitch you a different question then. If you can keep both of them and they tie up $45 million of salary for two of them, split it however you want to. I think that might be a win if you can do it.
Yeah, that'll be a win. That'll be a win. I mean, if it's up to me, I'm just gonna get rid of Russell Wilson anyway. But if I can't do that and I gotta have Russell Wilson, then the problem with Justin Fields is I honestly don't think there's a market for Justin Fields. I think the NFL has now stamped him to be who he is. He is he's Sam Darnold, but previous to this year. That's who he is.
See, and if that's the case, then it actually works to our advantage because he's not. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like this is a numbers game, and obviously both of these men have to be willing to whatever. And listen, I'm going to use the Tom Brady argument that Tom Brady got because of Giselle. Russell Wilson has Sierra. So are we going to, does he have to make a ton of money? Remember when they were making that pitch for Tom Brady and they were like, well, Tom Brady doesn't have to make a lot of money because he has Giselle. He has a rich wife. So Russell Wilson falls in the same thing. Sierra's working, honey. Okay.
Hey, I'm just gonna give you a yeah on that one. I'm just gonna give you a yeah. Okay.
But all I'm saying is like, at the end of the day, I think that honestly, both guys, I could understand both of them, but I don't want to say that the quarterback isn't my biggest concern because then I would be lying. But yeah, they need to figure it out. They need to figure it out. It was you missed the whole joke. It was a joke. You missed the whole joke. You know I'm petty. Okay, you know I'm petty. You missed my pettiness. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to extend that. With
It's okay. This is a safe space. What else is on your heart? How else are you feeling?
Huh?
How else are you?
But
feeling?
no. That's the last thing I kind of because I did want to talk to you about that. I those things I want to talk to you about
because you were feeling ignored, and I'm the most terrible person on the planet. So
now, per to some people, now that to some people that is true. I just want you to know to some people.
Which
true.
part that I'm the worst person on the planet?
Yeah, that you're the worst.
Oh, okay. Anybody that matters?
Probably not.
Oh, okay. Well, screw it. I can't make other people's problems my problems.
That's great.
That's their problems.
That's great.
Hope they grow up and figure it out and grow a pair. Also, we need to circle back around to the guy, Atlanta Falcons. Remember, like 3 weeks ago, we were like, what is Atlanta doing? This is a joke. You've wasted Penix. You've wasted a draft pick. This is terrible. This is terrible. This is terrible. However, Penix is playing this weekend. How do you feel? What do you think? They have now, if he plays well, they have now wasted all of that money on Kirk Cousins.
Exactly. So I feel exactly the same as I did when I said it the first time. That was the most asinine thing I have ever seen an organization do. Now, just because you got lucky and it worked out for you this one time does not mean the decision is correct.
Yeah.
Second off, it's even worse because you signed that dude to that much money well before then and didn't have to. Terrible.
Like, I think, and I don't like to say this because I feel like so many times this society reacts to the first thing that they can recall. They're like, that was the worst game ever. That was the best game, right? Everyone's the best quarterback, the best running back, the best everything when they're seeing it in the moment. I can't think of a current memory where the entire world was like, did they just take a quarterback? No way they took. When they took Penix, like who agreed with that move? Like, I don't remember one person being like, that was such a great choice.
Yeah. But hold on, but see, but if you're the owner, why? Like, if right today, if I was Arthur Blank in it, Arthur Blank.
Yeah.
If I was Arthur Blank, yeah, guys, he make his money from Home Depot. If y'all don't know, but anyway, so if I was Arthur Blank, man, I'm like today, right now. And Michael Penix is the starter. I'm like, why am I paying that man? Sign that man. What was a $180 million contract?
$60 million.
What? Who? I'd be even up more upset now.
$60 million. But
it makes absolutely no sense.
But let me tell you what I think the play is, and I could be wrong. But what if they play Penix and Penix plays well? And somebody wants Penix from the Falcons and they can offload Penix for draft picks.
No, I don't think they'll do that. I think because I think even in Kirk Cousins' contract, I think it was I'm coming off the dome. I don't know for sure. I think there was some maneuvering that could be done. But no, I think now if he turns out to be okay, keeping him because they got it.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins. It will go down as one of the dumbest things in the draft that I've ever seen.
I think Kirk Cousins is a gangster.
Oh, this is not his fault.
I think he's a gangster.
This is not his fault.
Yeah, he got people working for him, man. That talk to owners and be like, "Hey, you gonna give me that bread?"
He needs to write a book. I don't usually buy books for, I won't get into that tangent, but if I would read it. I need to know the tricks. What did you say? How did you pitch this? The guy tore his Achilles.
And he's Kirk Cousins. And he's Kirk Cousins.
All guaranteed? 180 million. That's crazy. That is crazy. Crazy.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think about Bama pleading for funds for their fans to complete their NIL race? I think that Coach Prime should also do the same.
Yeah, but I don't know what he's saying about.
Give me the money.
They all do it. I mean, Tennessee put on there to buy a ticket to the game. Some of you paid $7, go to the NIL fund or something. They
exactly. Give me money.
Bro,
I have no problem.
Do that, bro.
Listen,
all of the campaign.
Why do we knock people for asking for help? They need money. What's the problem?
Yeah,
you want to be mad that they're saying they need money? Bama has to compete. Bama is used to being Bama. They lost Nick Saban. Looks like the money isn't flowing like it used to. They have to compete with Georgia. They have to compete with Texas. They have to compete with Ole Miss. They have to compete. Like, what do you want them to do? You want him to silently suffer? That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they need a tweet. Come get your blessings and not your bags.
But it probably.
Oh, sorry, I took it too far. I'm sorry, I was being petty.
Yeah. I just think that's just what all universities do. They just all of them kind of campaign for something.
Yes, they need money.
Yeah.
And listen, it's no different than a family being like, "Hey, our lights are about to get cut off. I need $100." I have no problem. If you need money, ask for money. I don't care.
Hey, and that's what I told Trucking last time. Since you're talking about the money, Trucking, I told Trucking a few weeks ago. I said, "Hey, man, this NIL is gonna dry up. It's because it's not sustainable.
No,
you can't give out stuff that nothing goes into. It's not a money generator. It just kicks it out. So, and once they pay them, like you saying, if you want that, they do that. Now their pocket's gonna be short because all that big money they was getting from the other ones, they ain't got to do it no more.
Exactly. That's what I have. So to answer my question, what do I think? To answer the question, I have no problem. If you need money, ask.
Yeah.
I don't it takes money to compete. Yeah. So, and then could the Raiders or Giants take Penix for a number 1 pick? I don't know. I don't know if he's worth a 1. I would offer a 2. Because you got to eat that. Because you want me to take him more than I might need him if I have an early pick already. So I'm actually doing you a favor. So I'll give you a 2, but I don't know if I'd give you a 1. Why would I have to give you a 1? That's your problem.
Yeah, Raiders or Giants take Penix.
If they traded back a pick.
I don't think they would do it.
The Raiders or the Giants?
I don't think they would do it. I don't think they would do that because you lost a valuable 1 year. I don't think they would do that.
The problem is you've gotten yourself into a rock and a hard place because you're already paying Kirk Cousins. It just is what it is. And if he fails, you owe him. But if he does fail, you at least have Penix to go with him and run with him. The problem is there's only 3 games left. So we don't know what he's going to do or if he's going to pan out. So you did that to yourself though. That's not my problem. That's y'all's problem.
But really I guess he's thinking that they're going to keep Kirk Cousins.
Right. And let go of Penix too.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I get it now.
Yeah.
See, I'm thinking once Penix play, it's over. Kirk Cousins gone.
But the problem is who's going to pay him $65 million? And if they cut him, they're going to have to pay his next year's salary, and then the next year after that, his hit, I believe, is $45 million.
Yeah,
That's the contract that the Falcons
yeah,
signed.
I don't know. I mean, Denver did. Denver paid it.
No, but Denver's contract, they only have to pay Russ the salary this year. They don't have to pay it next year. It's whatever the team doesn't pay. They have to pay as dead money.
Yeah, they paid like what didn't Denver pay like $70 or $80 million of dead money on the salary? I think they did.
Yes, but Kirk Cousins would be 160. I think his would be 105, I think.
Yeah, I think
because he's only played 1 year.
I mean, I think they'll eat it if they could, but I guess my question is, why would you want? Okay, if Penix is better, right?
Yeah.
Why would you want to give him away? This is outside of keeping Kirk Cousins. This is on the umbrella that
I mean,
Penix
that's
is
true.
your guy.
That's true.
Now you have no more Kirk Cousins. So I mean, if you think Penix is better, why would the other people take him? And you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and my biggest thing
and
is,
why would you want to
like
give him away?
I was just going to say that, and it's not my job to fix the problem that you created for your organization. It's my job to take advantage of that mistake that you made. It's not my job to fix it. And I think that's the difference is, why would I try to fix something for you?
Right. And second, why I don't want Penix. I don't even think Penix is better quarterbacks that's coming out this season.
I don't either. I don't even think
I ain't taking Penix for that.
Period.
I don't want no old man.
I don't even want him.
Broke knees. I don't need none of that, bro. No, just let me. Hey, go ahead. Come on over here, Shador. Come on. I got you, bro. Why would I leave? Why would I not take Shador and take Penix? I ain't doing that.
I was just thinking that because from a business perspective,
come on, Alpha, bro.
I can market Cam Ward, Shador Sanders, hell, Jackson Dart. All of these guys are going to at least create buzz and excitement and sell jerseys.
I ain't doing that.
Yeah, there ain't no way they would have. But Alpha, he starts on an 8.5.
He said they would have to give him away with the draft.
Yeah, just keep it. You made that bed. They need to lay in it. That's how I see it. You made the bed. It is not on the rest of the NFL to fix your mistake. You screwed up. Own it. Hopefully, listen, you're going to have a $65 million quarterback sitting on the bench next year when you need a pass rusher and you need a corner and you need all these things. But you have a $65 million quarterback on the bench. Congratulations, you outdid yourself. I don't know what else to say to that. So, any other thing you need to get off your chest? This is a safe space.
Oh my
God. I am now here for you. So, what else has been going on in your mind?
That's it. That's it. It's been some hot stories going on here this past week. Since we last did a show. But yeah, it's been some good things. But so I guess our time is just burning away. Okay, tell me this. So give me your
spoiler alert. I'm not watching the game tonight anyway. I'm not interested.
I got just a little bit of investment in it, but what I'm saying.
So I'm okay on time. I don't really care. These Thursday games, man, they bother me. Bother me. I don't know. They're just, I don't know. I get it. By the way, while I'm thinking about and obviously it's no disrespect to the Chargers or the Broncos, great teams. I actually think both teams will probably be in the playoffs. I think so. It's a great game. It's just, I don't like these Thursday games, and the Chargers have started to frustrate me. And I think they're both in the playoffs. Don't you?
Chargers?
What is their record?
Oh, man, I'm just looking at that. Yeah, I think they're going to the playoffs.
I think they're both.
Yeah, they are 8-6. Yeah, they still in the running.
Yeah, so I think this might be a battle for the wild card spots because none of them are going to catch the Chiefs. So they're literally battling each other for probably, because the Steelers have beaten both of them. So depending on records, they might be battling for 6th and 7th.
I can tell you somebody's watching this game tonight. That David Talk Buffs is watching this game So y'all don't even understand. He is watching this game. He has never watched a game in his life like he's watching this game tonight. Let me tell y'all that right now. Yeah, let me tell you. Yeah,
I mean, I guess, I mean, when you really think about it, though, it's a huge game because it's a division game, obviously, because the NFL thinks that that's a cool thing to do. But also, the Broncos have a game up on the Chargers. So if they win, that puts them 2 games up. But if they lose, who gets the tiebreaker? I don't know if they played before. You might know. I don't know. I'm sure. I don't
know. I don't have it here. I thought I could find it, but
anyways, is that one of the games that you wanted to talk about?
What today?
Yeah.
The game tonight?
Yeah.
No, I didn't want to talk about the game at all. I think we had. Okay, I had. What'd you say? I could have it. Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah.
Chiefs, right? I thought the Chiefs Texans is an interesting. Is a more than interesting game. My God.
Yeah.
That game.
How is Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah, there you go. If Patrick Mahomes going to play, right? So, and if he does, and if he doesn't, does he play the next one? Because he just got a game like a few days after that.
Right, the 10 game or the games in 10 days, 11 days.
So
well, you know who they play after that if he doesn't play.
Oh yeah, they got Pittsburgh last game of the season. Which
next to
hopefully
last.
they win this game. Is it not the last? I thought it was the last game, isn't it?
No, we play the Bengals because we have 2 paths to win the AFC North. Okay. It's either beat the Ravens this week or next week. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So anyway, but
hold on, I got it. Jen Jason to super chat. This is like my favorite saying. Thanks, Jen J. Life does come at you fast. You are not wrong about that. Let me see. What am I gonna? Which one should I play? Which thank you should I play?
I don't know. That was actually perfect. Honestly, that was perfect. Good job.
Thanks, JJ.
Good job. Good job. So
you like the chosen one?
Who's the chosen? What?
No, I'm saying you like the one I picked.
You didn't. What'd you pick?
Just played.
Oh, I thought you were talking about. I thought you were talking about the game. Yeah, you didn't hear what I said. You must not hear what I said. Or you must hear what I said. I said, yeah, that's the one.
I just have to say this. This is what happens when these play that people don't get to see. I can see. So for those of you that have never been on StreamYard, I can see his face, and I can tell when he doesn't know what I'm gonna do. And it's always great because you're always like, okay, I don't know what's coming. I don't know what's coming. And so you're always like, okay, all right. It's always a moment where it's like, oh God, what is she going to do? What is she going to do here? So it's just funny because I always look.
I thought that was a good one. You got your things that you run. So I thought that was perfect. I think you can't beat that one. That's what I said. So you just like, no, that was a good one. I like that one.
Okay.
That one kind of fit.
It kind of fit. Okay. We're moving in the right direction. We're kind of moving. Okay.
Yeah, that one kind of fit, right?
I like to focus on target areas. That's that's kind of the theme, right? It's like the target areas.
Did a good job. I think you did a good job. And I could be dead wrong. I just think you did a good. I think you picked the right one, and not for the obvious. So I'm just saying. I felt like some thought went into that.
Yeah.
I just felt like.
See, it's every week I'm trying to get a little bit better.
Hey, look. I'm just here to tell you. I feel like you just didn't hear something. You went. Yeah, it's right one.
Yeah. Okay. See, I'm glad that you can understand my process. That makes this a lot better for me. Like that, I feel that in my soul.
Right,
okay.
Right. That was just says it just spoke to me. It said so much to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got a like here. Okay, we got a like. So, and I think it's cool to just have a different selection, right? So you never know which one I'm gonna hit. And so whatever comes.
What out of the what? Y'all crazy, bro. Y'all
what are your games? Okay, so you're
no, y'all insane.
So your game is Chiefs and Browns. Browns? No, they don't play the Browns.
No, they don't. We never even talked about the Steelers and the Ravens. You never told me your game.
Tell me. Okay, how do you feel about Steelers Ravens? Why did you pick them? I'm focused.
Okay. I have decided that this is going to be the year that Lamar Jackson wins the Super Bowl. I got him redeeming himself against the Steelers in this game here, which I never really felt like the Steelers was a problem for him, anyway. Now, granted, they got beat by the Steelers, but I don't think it really mattered because Steelers wasn't competing for anything anyway. So, anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Not to
but that's neither here. I'm just
how
saying
terrible we are.
No, I'm just saying. But I be hearing people be try to hype it up. Lamar got to get over the hump on the Steelers. I'm like, why? Steelers are never in the way. So I mean, why would he need to do that? It just that didn't make sense to me. But that's neither here nor there. I'm sorry. That was a little touchy. But
it's not wrong.
No, it ain't though. I'm just saying. When was the Steelers like? Oh, man, Baltimore may not make the playoffs because of the Steelers. When?
That was an old thing that they have carried it. Yeah.
Now, Grant, I get it.
Now there's 7 teams.
Right. They're rivals. And
that's all it is.
I get it. But
you gotta sell these games.
And they do make him look bad, but I'm like, so what? You got a bad team to play against. But anyway, so yeah, I'm excited to watch the game, listen to the propaganda that they gonna spew into my ears that I have to listen to, digest, and manifest.
I am not looking forward to the game because I have to deal with the Texas Longhorns being on the other TV screen. So for me, I'm very excited for the weekend because, right, like you want to see your team play. Obviously, I want both of my teams to win and I want them to progress and all the things, right? I got it. But I feel like both of these games matter and my expectations for them are completely different. So it's like this weird thing where I'm like, if I had to choose which game I would watch and pay more attention to, obviously it's going to be Texas, obviously, because like I'm not an idiot. Just makes more sense. And I think it's going to take an act of Congress for us to beat the Ravens. Although Congress does some things sometimes that shock me, so you never really know.
What?
I just don't know. But listen, I'm picking the Steelers to win, obviously, right? I'm a Steelers fan. The Steelers are going to win. They're going to go in there. They're going to destroy them. Lamar Jackson's going to have 125 yards, and we're going to destroy them, and we're going to win. And we're going to win the AFC North. Okay, like don't get it twisted. It's just terrible that I have to deal with them and the Texans on too, like at the same time. So that's how I feel. So I feel you. I don't even know. The Steelers right now, I'm just very mad at them. So I'll just leave where it's at. And nobody understood why I was so pissed when we lost to the Browns. And now all of a sudden, everybody understands why I was pissed when we lost the Browns. So if we would have beat the Browns, this game would have been obsolete. But it didn't happen. And we lost to the Browns. So now this game matters. So now we had a chance to beat the Browns, but we didn't. So now we have to deal with the Baltimore Ravens. Come on, people. Focus.
And that's what you sound like when you're a fan.
Exactly. It's ridiculous. I'm sick of this crap. So anyways, if you're betting, pay attention to the words that are coming out of my mouth. Choose wisely.
Yeah, y'all need to pay attention.
Choose wisely.
Oh my God.
So anyways, so I'm going to probably pick a game that I don't know if you have the courage to pick, because I'm all about courage. I'm going the Vikings and the Seahawks. And I'm going Vikings Seahawks mainly because the NFC North has a problem where all the teams, I believe, at the top have the same record. And then, so there's that. And then the NFC West is going through something similar with those teams having similar records, minus the terrible 49ers. So both teams need to win this game, basically, to kind of keep track or to like play for the playoff spot, or make sure that they can beat out the other team to be in a wild card spot. So obviously the Seahawks. I think of the Seahawks, Arizona, and who's the other team that we always freaking forget out there? Who's the other team? Rams. The Seahawks, Rams, and Cardinals are all kind of locked at the top of the division. So none of these teams can really afford to lose. But the same is true for the Vikings. They're locked in their division too. So there's all these wonky things happening. So I like watching games where both teams are playing for something. And so I'm just kind of curious to see how the game goes. And I'm just fascinated. I just want to see it. So that's why I picked them, because I like important games.
I got it. I think the only important game Seattle can play is in the Super Bowl. Outside of that, that is the most irrelevant franchise.
See, you're doing the thing that got me in trouble when I was like, who cares about the NFC North? Like, what do they do?
I mean, am I the only one that feels like that? I'm sorry. I tried to play up to Seattle for a long time. I just don't feel like trying to defend them, bro.
So, okay. So I think I figured out what it is. So I think it's because we're in the South, and because even when I was doing my 32 fan series, it was hard for me to find. The hardest teams for me to find were all the teams out West. It was just hard. And I think it's because of where I'm situated. We lean more towards the East than we do towards the West. And like, so it's kind of like this weird thing. And I think that's how we also view them. I think those teams too are the least covered teams. Like, how many times on the sports shows that you watch does somebody start a thing talking about any team out West not named the San Francisco 49ers? Like, when will they lead with a Seattle story? When will they lead with a Arizona Cardinal story? When will they lead? They usually don't. They don't get the leading story.
Yeah.
So you're not wrong.
Seattle to me just I'd rather be a If I was a fan of somebody, I'd rather be a Jacksonville Jaguar fan than a Seattle fan. Seahawks fan. I was like, man, ain't nowhere in the world.
Did you really just say that?
Yeah, I said that. I'd rather be a Jacksonville Jaguars fan. For real, straight up. Over Seattle. I don't know. It's just ain't nowhere in the world.
It's because you have SEC bias. That's it.
What?
I don't know. I'm trying. I'm just making it up. Okay. I'm just making it up. Okay. I think that's interesting though. But again, Jacksonville's the same. Like, do you ever see them starting a story with like the Jacksonville Jaguars? I mean, some of these programs are just kind of like, okay.
Think about that. If Marshawn Lynch did the same exact thing he did in Seattle for the Giants, do you how big he would be? Do y'all know? He just
it's true.
He already, you know what I'm saying? But he just be times
Who do
two.
you think is worse, the Jets or the Giants?
Jets. Yeah. I mean, hey, look what they did for Michael Strahan. I'm just saying. I thought this old lady took him out everything and he was riding around that little Honda. You know what I'm saying? They said, hey, the owner's like, man, I got you, man. I got you. Hey. Get your snack. No, I ain't gonna say that, but yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you.
All right. Okay.
I'll tell you.
Okay. Who's your next game?
Oh, my bad. I ain't mean to do that. I ain't mean to do that. I'm just saying. You brought up Seattle. That's not my fault. You brought up Seattle, right?
You're right. Blame me. I usually get the blame for most things. I can handle it.
Yeah.
I've been working out. I got good looking shoulders. I can handle it.
Yeah. Somebody taught me that. I got a problem blaming a woman.
When all else fails, blame a woman. Hey, at least you said woman and not female.
Growth.
A female girl.
Yeah, that's crazy.
A female human.
Yeah, female human. There you go. A female human.
Yeah.
Hey.
When all else fails, just blame women. It's fine.
Now, I will say this. I was just watching a TV show. This older white lady came out. She said, "Yeah, it was a human out here." She said that. I immediately thought of you. I was like, I said, but anyway.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if anything goes wrong, just blame women.
Yeah, blame.
If anything goes wrong.
Yeah. Somebody taught me that. I just learned that here recently. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, especially the best way to do it though, too, also is like when they play football and they don't have a good game, just blame the spouse. Just blame the woman. You know what I mean? It's like perfect. It's perfect. Anyways, go ahead.
All right, Eagles, Commanders.
There goes that Commanders team popping back up.
Yeah, I think they're gonna make playoffs. I think they're gonna make the playoffs. They ain't looking bad. I mean, right now they are Washington 7th seed right now.
Really? See, okay, so what is their record? Because they will make the Seahawks. Okay, so those are the two. That's then who they're competing against. So it's like Commanders, and then whoever doesn't win the NFC West is gonna be with the Commanders. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Interesting. So wait, okay, so we'll have one team from the NFC South, one team from the NFC West. Okay, so division winners. Yeah, and then who would be the other three?
You had Detroit, Philly, Tampa, Rams, Vikings, Packers, Commanders, and Seahawks. Seahawks is at 8.
So right now, odd man out is Falcons.
Yeah, Falcons 7-7.
Cardinals
7-7.
Okay, so Falcons and Cardinals odd man out. Okay,
okay. I guess that'll put Seattle as the divisional winner.
Right, but see, that's the thing. So like I wonder, is there a Vikings fan or a Lions fan or what's the other team? Green Bay fan in the chat? Because have all three of them have all three of them clinched? It's just a matter of where they go. Because don't they all have a similar record?
Yeah, Green Bay hadn't clinched.
Okay, so it's just Green Bay.
Yeah, they haven't clinched.
Okay.
Minnesota has clinched.
Because they have 12 wins.
Mm-hmm. Minnesota clinched. Detroit hadn't clinched. Philly has clinched. And that's it. Okay.
So that makes sense. Okay. So that makes sense. It's kind of crazy how you start the season right, and then you kind of get in the middle of the season and you really don't know, and then it's just like you blink your eye and then all of a sudden everything makes sense. Within like 2 weeks time, it's like these are the people, these are not the people. You go from they're 4-2, they haven't won a game since they were 4-2. It's like all of these things. Yeah. Because remember at one point I felt like the 49ers were up there and then they just couldn't win a game. And I feel like the Falcons kind of started doing the same. Like they were winning and then they started losing. And even the Saints, because weren't the Saints at one point like 4-0 or 5-0 or something?
Well, he got hurt early, remember? He got
who?
Their quarterback. What's his name?
He's always hurt. Derek Carr.
Yeah, Derek Carr got hurt early.
I think he's terrible. Whatever. I don't.
What?
He's always hurt. I'm not a fan.
No,
I'm just not a fan. Yeah. I can't remember the last season he played a full season. Like, I just don't remember it. So, wow. Yeah. Whatever.
No.
I just don't see it.
It sounds like it's a reason you don't like him. Why you don't like him?
No, I just don't think he's very good. I just don't think okay, I'm one of those people that like if you're good, but you always get hurt. So like I grade things on points and I look at things to give you check marks. But if you don't play, I feel like that overshadows all the other stuff because I don't even know if you're going to be out there. So how can I actually judge you when you won't? When's the last time you played a full season? It's like his collarbone, his back, his knee, it's like it's always some type of thing. And then for comparison, I feel like Baker Mayfield is always hurt, but Baker Mayfield's going to be out there on that field. Now he might have a finger or a toe, and I'm not saying I think Baker Mayfield is good, but at least I know he's gonna play. With Derek, I'm like, what happened? He hurt his what? Always something. It's just always something with him. So, anyways, I am just not a fan of players like that. Quarterback or running back, whatever position you play. If there's always something wrong with you, I'm just not a fan because I don't even know what I'm going to get from you. So that's how I feel. Is there something flying in your background?
So what?
Is there something flying in your background?
Yeah, I got those are the doves.
The doves are crying.
Oh, you said crying. I thought you said flying.
No, I did. I said, is there something in your background? And you said you got doves. And I said, the doves are crying. You don't get it? No? Okay. You don't like Prince?
No, I'm listening to what you hear in the background.
No, I see what. Oh, okay. I see. It's actually you. You're messing up your.
Oh, really?
Okay.
But yeah, I got the Prince. I got the Prince there. I was just still listening. I still hung up on listening in the background.
Yeah.
So I wasn't thinking. Yeah. When the doves cry. Oh yeah, don't get me started on that. Did y'all watch the book? Never mind. Yeah.
Did we watch what?
Two. Did y'all watch his movies?
Purple Rain?
Both of them. Yeah, two of them. I know.
I've only seen Purple Rain.
Oh, they had two. But
Did he
yeah,
have
you
two?
seen that?
Yeah.
You seen that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What you think about it? Okay. All right.
Do you ever feel like sometimes you watch things at a point in your life where like you couldn't really grasp it, and then you watch it again and you're like, you know what? I watched that the first time. I was like that with Forrest Gump. Have you ever seen Forrest Gump?
Yeah, I see Forrest Gump. Yeah.
Okay. The first time.
Okay, the pause was for she asked me about Forrest Gump, and then
there's.
I'm just like, why would she ask me? If she's gonna ask me about a movie have I seen, why in the world did she ask me Forrest Gump?
So I paused. Yes, but the reason why I say that is because I felt like the first time I saw Forrest Gump, I didn't connect. I didn't connect it. I'm like, I don't understand it. But then when I watched it a few years later, I liked the movie more. And I feel like sometimes movies are like that. Like some of them, you're like, I don't get the connection. And now when I watch Forrest Gump, I think it's funny actually.
Yeah, you like that. You like Forrest Gump, don't you?
I do. I think it's funny.
Listen. If I had to pick a movie, if you never asked me if I had to pick a movie, if I had to pick a movie that I think you like, I probably would have said Forrest Gump.
Oh, if you're going for that kind of thing, it's got to be the Titanic. That movie is so funny.
Oh my god, it's the same thing.
Because the Titanic is like a bunch of rich people acting like there's not a real problem. Like the Titanic, like people are actually dying, and the Titanic's like, let me get in my boat. Let me lower my. I'm like, the whole thing is going down, and they're like, where's my boat? And I'm like, are we not focused? And then you have all the poor people who are in complete panic that can't find a boat, that realize they're all going to die. And the rich people are like, this is a great song. And I'm like, the Titanic is real life. The Titanic is real life. The rich people are like, and the broke people are like,
love story.
That was not a love story.
It was. Titanic was a love story.
You know, I hate to take it here though.
Okay, I'll tap it out. I'll tap it out. I'll tap. Whoa! I'm tapping. I'm tapping.
I almost did this with my mic at the same time. Glad I didn't do that. But,
hey,
you know, fine. Love story.
I saw the lean in. I said, "Oh, I want none of that."
Well, I mean, you know, we've all kind of seen, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no. But to me, the Titanic is like it's a perfect explanation of life. Like people are literally going to die from jump, and they're like, "See you later." The iceberg hits and they're out playing with the iceberg. And I'm like, you realize you're about to die. And they're like, we're rich. Can I have some shrimp, please? Like, we're going to be fine because we're rich. We have enough boats. I don't care what they got. Like, and then like when it starts to flood and all the broke people are like drowning in the water, like trying to get to higher ground, and the rich people are like, lower our boats, please, lower them.
You like that, don't you? You like that.
I just think it's like
Oh.
it's the funniest thing to me.
God, I do it, boy.
Because people watch and they're like, it's such a love story. Look, they're in love. And I'm like, people are literally dying. Anyway, you're way off topic.
Way off topic. Train wrecks. Everybody love a train wreck.
Yeah. That movie is the definition of a train wreck to me. And I'm like, y'all focus on the love story. I'm focused on the people who knew they were going to die versus the people that never even thought about dying.
That's right. That's right.
So, anyways, and then she just let go of poor Jack. But she loved him, though. Okay.
Did you cry? Did you cry?
Oh, no.
You ain't got to do me. Listen. You ain't got to do me.
Rich white lady dumping her man in the ocean.
Really, you can put it in the private chat. I'll look. You can say yes in the private chat.
Now, why? Okay, Lion King kind of got me. Okay,
what got you? What?
The Lion King when Mufasa dies. No, I have a better one for you that actually got me. Gary Bertier, when he died. Remember the Titans? Or he didn't die. But whenever he couldn't compete in the championship game, that got me. I was like, not Gary. Gary fought racism.
Okay. Notebook. Did you cry on Notebook?
No, I don't like sappy movies. I don't like sappy. I don't like, I love you so much. Now I have cancer and I'm gonna
Philadelphia
die.
Story.
All of my hair. Who?
Philadelphia Story. Denzel Washington.
No, that actually pissed me off. I didn't cry. Pissed me off. Yeah. But the thing with me with movies is if I can't tell it's coming and it comes, that stuns me because I'm like I didn't know Gary was. Why did that happen to Gary? Why did the bus hit Gary? That's not right. He was the linebacker.
You were invested in that. You were invested. Wow.
You told me, like, they start the movie and they're like, it's a true story and it's all this stuff, right? And I'm like, oh, this is so cute. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, they're fighting racism. This is like the black guys, and then they have to mix and mingle with the white guys, and then they got the team to come together, and they hated each other, now they love each other. And Gary Bertier and the black guy goes to the white neighborhood, and I'm like, this is so good. Why did y'all do that to Gary? Why? Why? That wasn't right. That just wasn't right. I don't care if that's how the story happened. And then he didn't get to play the game. And now he's in the bed, in the hospital bed, watching the game, like cheering on his team. And I'm like, Gary should be out there. So anyways.
Love and Basketball?
Oh, that was a cute one. No, I didn't cry. That was cute, though. That was cute. Double or Nothing. That's so cute. So cute. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm not really a movie crier. I'm not, to be honest, I'm not really a crier. So, like I cry, but like not like it would take something to make me cry. Like now, if I watch like a documentary about like some real life something or another that's happening, like for real, that will get to me before a movie ever would. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I'll watch like a documentary of like a family that escaped war and they did all the stuff, and then when they escape, the mom dies, and then like those I'm like, don't escape. Like, how did the mom die? Dang. Those get me because I'm like you could have died by a bomb, but you died because your mom tripped on the stairs. Like, it's not funny.
You are crazy. Yeah, you crazy.
So anyway, so football. Sorry, I'm off on a tangent. People are like, why don't you go live more? This is why, okay? Because I will go off. What movie did you cry at? What was the last movie you cried at?
Cry? Man, listen.
What was the last one?
My mama told me stop crying. I burnt my ear ducts out. I can't cry.
When was the last
one? I can't cry.
What was the last one?
I'll cry. I'm not gonna cry off a television show. I'm just not gonna do it.
Was it Ghost?
No, I'm just no. Was
it Dirty Dancing?
I just ain't gonna cry off TV. I just can't do it. It's fake. How can you cry off of that? It ain't real.
Yeah. No, because it's a true story.
Yeah, I'm not no crier type dude.
Poor Gary Bertier.
Yeah.
Shout out to Gary Bertier. I just can't believe they did that to that man. Yeah. Anyways, so if you don't want to admit that you cried, it's fine. It's fine.
I mean, I don't even want you to tell you. I don't.
When's the last time you felt sad?
Every day.
As soon as you hit go live.
Every day. Yeah.
So is a game on me? I don't even know. Whatever. At this point, listen. I think I'm going to pick Green Bay and the Saints. Because why not? Why not? Green Bay Saints. Green Bay's got to win because they are. I just realized they only have 10 wins, and they have to be. If they lose to the Saints, they don't deserve to be in the playoffs.
What?
Respectful. If they lose to the Saints, they don't even deserve to be in the playoffs. I'm being dramatic, but just saying. So yeah. Oh look, you better not cry. You better not cry.
Would you date a man that cried?
Depends on what he's crying for.
Why I gotta depend on it? I'm just
asking. Quantify it.
Why we gotta quantify it?
Certain situations are really sad.
Really sad. Would you date a man that cries? It's simple as that.
Yeah, sure. I don't mind that. Yeah.
Did you take him serious though?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like sensitive. Yeah.
But then you gonna go. But on the other side, you're gonna go holler at the dude that don't cry though. You're gonna make sure you got to get some of that in too. You gotta get that in.
No, I wouldn't do. No, I don't mind. I don't mind a little sensitive. You know what I actually don't like though?
Whoa, you don't mind sensitive? Whoa, really?
No, I don't. If you're sensitive about the right thing, let me. If you're sensitive about the right thing, I don't mind. You know what I don't like though? You know, like if you are in a relationship and like somebody tells you a secret about something, so if you have a girlfriend and you're like, oh my God, girl, let me tell you what he did or whatever. I hate when people tell the friends about the thing the person did that you're in a relationship with, and then the friend holds that thing. Remember when you said he cried? It's like, why? That's why I don't be telling anybody anything. That's why I don't leave people in my business. Because you don't know how to act with information. You know what I mean? Not everybody knows how to act with information. You know what I'm saying? They can't wait to take the one thing you said on the one day when you were mad and hungry and you were actually wrong. And they're like, remember that one time you said, and you're like, you're still thinking about that? Everybody doesn't know how to handle information.
Yeah.
So
you know that.
What?
Nothing. I ain't gonna do it.
What? Say it. Go ahead. Nothing. Say it for the people can hear you. Put your mic closer.
No, nothing.
Go
I ain't got nothing.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying though, really, you just gotta. It's only really one particular group of people that do that, so you just gotta not tell them stuff.
That is not true.
I didn't even want to say that's
that
true.
Is absolutely not true.
Talking about
that is actually not true.
The people that I was referring to, is the people with two legs. So what you talking about?
They leak the most.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Yeah, the thing you think you know isn't true.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying because I've watched a bunch of a certain demographic of people make videos for about a week and a half about a certain situation every day. and they're dialed in, and they're gossipy and gossipy and gossipy and gossipy and gossipy and gossipy and gossipy.
What we doing? What we doing? I'm just saying.
We do not need to go down this road because we both know. Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm lost.
Yes, you do. You know.
I can say this. I can say
learn how to put up a
this.
poll.
I agree with you that that's what people do.
Yeah, the three-legged version.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, LMB, that's a good one though.
and it's actually more. But we want to act like it's not. I wish I could put up a poll.
I wouldn't even like.
Do you disagree? Do you agree or disagree? Who do you think is more gossipy? 2 legs or 3 legs?
Listen, I wouldn't use it. I would never refer. When I said the person with 2 legs, I wasn't doing it by gender. I'm just saying because some people got 1 leg, right? Some people got amputees. So that was all I was doing. Y'all done took it to men and women. I wasn't even saying that. I was not even saying that. You know, I'm just saying. I was just talking about everybody except with the one leg. And y'all took it to the whole other level, bro. That's what y'all listen.
So the answer is men. Okay, you just don't want a minute. I got it.
No.
Guys, it's fine. Listen, I understand. I respect it. Ride with. I got it. See,
I was agreeing with you.
Oh yeah. One thing about me is I'm not gonna put you out there. If you don't want to say it, I got it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But we know too. We know what's going on. So when was the last time you made someone cry?
Just so stupid. Can you hear me still?
Yep. When was the last time?
Great, got you.
You made someone else cry.
Okay, last time. I don't know, probably on one of these lives or something. Why you laughing? Oh, I wasn't even trying to be funny. Hey, y'all, do not get mad at the person talking. It's that person that's be laughing, trying to make it way worse. Way worse. Come on, man. Listen. That's all really. Be mad at really flaw. I wasn't trying to say that with that. I was just saying.
That wasn't my question. How am I responsible?
No, you hype man. You hyped it up. What I was saying is, I didn't even say how you laugh. That's how I was saying. My man asked, he said, Raw, when's the last time you made somebody cry? And then I said, probably
on a live.
On a live, that's it. Well, what's wrong with that? What's doing this? Oh, that wasn't me, Ellen. That wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. You know what I'm saying?
So she said some weeks ago.
Yeah, no, it wasn't me.
Ellen said this a few weeks ago.
Hey, if it's one thing about me. Oh my gosh.
I cannot. Look, this man said he made you cry. Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. How come nobody asked me that question?
Oh, please don't get into that. Oh.
The last or how often does it happen?
No, man, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's crazy.
The last time or how often?
No. You got look, you work with people, so you probably can do that every day.
Good save. Good save. Oh my gosh. Anyways, what else? How many games are we? This man sent somebody on the show.
To what? What?
Nothing. Oh, look. Ellen's pulling receipts.
It was hey, listen, it was a maid. What y'all talking about, man? Yeah, it was a maid.
Ellen said you are a liar.
I'm
But
just saying, it was amazing.
she well,
What did it
the
say?
problem was that she forgot about she's referring to her time, but it's happened since then. So that's what you're talking about. That's the difference. Like you're talking about the emotional people that come on the panel that get in their feelings. She's talking about an experience that you and her had. That's the difference.
and that's what I'm saying. It wasn't me.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't
You know
understand
what
why
I'm
no one's
saying?
asking me that question. Huh. Interesting.
Oh, I think
Interesting how that works out.
I mean, hey, that's that privilege you got. You know what I'm saying? Nobody gonna step on your
Hey
toes.
JB. What now I have privilege.
Yeah, a
Really?
little bit, little bit.
What is it?
You know, you got that bulletproof shield around you. You know what I'm saying? You got to get treated with kid gloves. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm just saying. Y'all got privilege. Y'all don't act like you ain't got privilege. Come on.
Who was y'all?
Well, I'm just saying. Y'all that fit that mold. You know what I'm saying? Those that got the little banner around. You know that little. You know, people handle with kid gloves. Only reason why I said that is because you mentioned last live. So I'm just saying, y'all had privilege in that.
Okay. I think you're trying to say it and not say it because you don't want to offend. It's fine. It is what
No,
it
what
is.
you talking about? I'm just saying, y'all got privilege, man.
That's amazing. So
I want privilege.
anyways,
I want to have some privilege.
you do have privileges
What privilege
every
I got?
Thursday, 5:30.
Bravo. That was good.
You know how many people would pay for that privilege?
That comeback was good. That was a great comeback. I got to give you that. That was a great comeback. That was good. Yeah, you got to get credit when credit's due. You know what I'm saying? That was a good one.
I don't even know how many games did we pick. Did we get to? I know I picked 2. Wait, you picked 2? So I think we're on you because I picked Saints and Green Bay.
The last game, but not least game, I don't have one.
So let's get to this question then. How come nobody ever talks about Ryan Staub as a possible QB? He studied under Shador for 2 straight years. Maybe he's just not that good enough. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, you know how people are, man. They always they want the best new things. Stop coming at Easter. Start next season if things work out right. If we go through it, I mean, we don't know. I mean, gentlemen,
I would actually like to see Staub be competitive for the starting job. Not saying he's going to get it. Everyone's going to be like, oh, no, he's going to get no. But because of that reason, what's the harm in seeing him out there for a little bit? Like, why not? Like, why not? Because what have we done wrong?
Why would you sign a dude from Liberty then?
Spoiler, I think that was a terrible decision.
Oh my God. Really?
I don't like it.
Why?
Did you go look at his stats?
Yeah.
Go look at his stats.
Yeah, we talked about him on the back of the bus. I was trying to go.
What did y'all talk? What did y'all say? What did y'all conclude?
I think Alpha liked him. I forgot what I said because I don't watch a lot of G5 football.
I think he was drinking. He didn't mean he liked him. Go look at his stats.
Here you go.
From last year.
What's his name again?
Something Slater.
Yeah, Slater. Oh yeah, right here. Yeah, last year. Well, not this season. The year before, though, when they were good.
See, okay. Here's my issue. Why do we do that?
What do you mean?
We have current information.
No. I said what I was looking for because we was talking about. I thought the conversation had turned to when we were talking about when we discussed it. When I discussed it on the show back of the bus, because you said what did I say?
Yeah. I want to hear the excuse. Yeah, give me that.
Okay.
Give me that.
Okay, so then, right, but that was the other season, which I'm sure you're aware of his stats on that. I think we had him
2023.
Yeah, I think we had one of the better seasons out of the black quarterbacks we went over. I think he was
100%.
He was in the top. Like
yeah.
He
now, did you look at his
27,
performance
50.
from this current year?
Yeah, it didn't look good. Yeah, it didn't.
So
I don't know what happened. But see, I don't know did he get hurt? I mean, what happened?
Well, the going rumor is that he didn't have good receivers. So you know how this goes, right? When you need to make it fit, you can come up with reasons. He didn't have a good receiver. He didn't have a good offensive line. His coaching isn't as good.
I was talking about like hurt injured. I thought like injured
no.
didn't know how to play. Yeah.
Everyone's just like, he's so good. Did you see what he did in 2023? And I'm like, are we? Y'all know the work I put in 2023? Like, what are we doing? How does that happen?
Yeah.
We have current information.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I'm
going to say this one thing because I said this in the thing. He is statistically worse than Michigan's quarterback.
Yeah, look at. So he threw 1,800 yards, 15 touchdowns, 6 picks, QBR 48.3. Yeah, that's not good.
It's terrible.
Let me, something had to happen. I mean, God, what happened? Because he went from 2,800 to 1,800.
But my thing is, again, everyone always is like, you're so hard. Your expectations are so hard. Here's my thing. I don't expect you to get worse as the season progresses. When you get into conference play, that's where you need to step it up a notch, right? Because at the beginning of the season, I'll give you the whatever. But when you get into conference play and you start the season off decent and you end worse than you started, he had a game where he had an 11 QBR. He was like 11 for 16, like something crazy. How does that happen?
No,
how does that happen?
Yeah.
You went to overtime. How does that happen?
I don't know what to tell you, Dad. You know what I'm saying?
So that's what I'm saying. It's like people get mad at me because I call it the obvious, and they're like, "Yeah, but 2023." I'm like, Didn't we get another person on the team last year that we talked about their stats before the year because they went to Ohio State and we were so excited at Ohio State, although the Big Ten and the SEC are not better, but Ohio State.
Yeah, do that. They do it. You're right.
Are we sure?
We do it. I just assume. Let me just tell you this. First thing, when I heard his name, I knew we discussed him and talked about him, right? So it made me think of him because I hadn't watched Liberty. And then when I heard that they got him, I said, "Oh, they just picked up their starting quarterback." Then I looked at. Then all I did, I didn't look deep. I just skimmed over. I said, 1,800 yards. I was like, "Oh, he must have got hurt or something." I was like, "He must have finished the season." So I never looked anywhere past that anyway. But I did check it off and say, okay, that's probably the starting quarterback. And the second question is, why would he even go there if he don't think he's going to play? I know things change and it's early, but
I mean, let's be honest. I don't know what's in any of these kids' minds, but I don't know. I mean, what is he, like 6'1"?
Yeah, they got him at 6'1".
I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. There's some moments where I'm like, we need to replace Travis and Shador. What are we? I don't know. Like, I don't know. Yeah. So I guess it's either going to be him or Juju, I guess. I don't know. But is that... I don't know. Is that like close to the equivalent? Because listen, you're not going to get a Shador, I don't think. I don't think he's out there unless you go get a guy that has a lot of experience that is close, right? So cool, got it. But are these guys... So if you say Shador, just go with me. If you say Shador is a 10, would you say that these guys are what?
Caden Salter?
4s? Yeah, you think he's... Yeah, what is he?
Probably a 4.
So, okay, so if Shador's a 10, he's a 4. What's
coming
Juju
into the
Lewis?
season, though, he would have been coming into the season, he'd been in close to the same category as Shador, though. Okay,
so we'll split the difference, and now we'll give him a what, 5, 6?
No. We cool. I'm cool with
We're gonna give him a 4. So then what is Juju? Freshman, a little bit undersized. He's younger than the average person. So I don't know what that means for body development. That's not my expertise. I'm just saying it. So what is he? If Shador's a 10, what is he?
Probably a 5. 4. Probably the same as Caden.
And so that's why I'm like, what?
Kinda.
I'm trying to.
Kinda. Yeah. No, that's not true. That's not true. I would have to move Caden up and maybe. They could be about the same. I don't know. I don't know. I'm guessing, right? I'm just going on.
Yeah, we're
freshmen, right? This what
right.
they do. Because they could be so hit or miss.
Right. And listen, he could end up being a solid 8, right? Like he could end up being a solid 8.
Yeah.
But because we don't know, we're kind of like, whatever. Okay, cool. So then you look at the wide receivers right now, and you're like, what the hell are they? And then you look at, are we going to run the ball? You said we were last year. You said we were the year before. We still haven't. So I'm not going to believe you ever again until we do it. So I'm going to say that's a moot point. That offensive line, whatever. So that's why I'm like, what?
Yeah, I think.
Are we? We're not free.
What would you want? What would you want them to do?
Like, I don't understand his pickup, I guess, is mine. Like, was he the best quarterback that you could get? Maybe.
Maybe.
But in my mind, I think this goes back to the Steelers conversation. If he's the best that you can get, just roll with the freshman.
Yeah.
Because at this point, you know how this goes, because now when you bring him in, now they're going to share snaps. And now they're going to, you know what I mean? Now they're going to do like all of these wonky things. And it's like, why? How is that?
Yeah, I Grant, I know can't necessarily grant positions. I just thought that once they got him, I figured that he's probably gonna be just between him and they'll give him an honest competition between him and Juju. But yeah, they're gonna have a. I don't think people even truly understand how good Shador was.
I don't either.
In my opinion.
I don't either.
And I want people
or Travis, to be fair.
Yeah, especially Travis too.
Yeah.
When they're gone, it's gonna be a lot of things that you're gonna be like, you didn't notice, that you're gonna notice now, because they covered up so many. I know people used to get mad at me because I used to say, well, the team is just Travis Hunter. I said he carrying them. And then, people got mad at me for that. But you can throw Shador into, you can throw obviously the quarterback. But I don't think people understand how, man, you gonna see it all.
Yeah. No, I think when you have a team, when you have a good team, let's talk about good teams. You know what? Screw it. Everybody by this point has watched Georgia play football. Okay. If you take away one person off Georgia's team, you did, the quarterback. What changed? Nothing. Right? Okay. Right. If you go take off now the way they had to play and stuff like different, right? But if you go take off a receiver from Georgia's team, what really changed in the scheme of things? Well, really nothing. If you go take off one linebacker, and I think their linebackers are stellar, but if you take off one linebacker, they probably still look pretty good because they are good. So, but if you go to another team, I won't even say Colorado. If you go to another team and the best player they have is a running back and a receiver, but the quarterback is terrible, you'll never even know they have these other good pieces because you just can't, there's not enough ground to make up. And that's my issue. How are we going to make up some ground? I don't feel like we're making up ground. I feel like we keep losing it.
Yeah, I agree with you. And on the flip side, I tell you, if Shador had a play for Georgia, or he had a play for Ohio State, he would have threw for 6,000 yards probably.
If Shador is on the Texas Longhorns, we would have beaten Georgia no problem because Shador doesn't turn the ball over. But I'm saying she doesn't turn the ball over.
I didn't think y'all lost because of your quarterback though.
The first time?
No, the last game.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking about the first time. when he had like 4 turnovers in
No,
the first quarter. I was talking about that time.
Yeah, I got you. Man. But yeah, I just think and I'm saying it on the flip side of this because I picked Georgia and I picked Ohio State for a reason. They got 2 problems, and the problems they got, if you get Shedeur Sanders, if they had him, all their problems are absolutely gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think people truly understand the type of ball placement that he has, which the comment that I made about, I said, because people try to shit on Willie Gaines, and I used to say Wester and Willie Gaines is the same player. People lost their mind. They got mad at me because I don't care. I said under with them, the same amount of targets, the same amount of yards. And I told him, I said, because it ain't about Wester and it's about Shedeur Sanders. I seen good quarterbacks make people like, I forget the first name, but White for the Indianapolis Colts that none of y'all knew about, would have never known about, probably never would have played really if it wasn't for Peyton Manning. Great quarterbacks. I mean, Julian Edelman, come on. Now he a hard-nosed player. Come on, man, that's a Brady dude. Right there where Brady liked to throw it.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah, so he one of them quarterbacks that make you good in college football.
He hides things.
Yeah, he does.
He hides things.
Yeah. Does he have his flaws? Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But I don't even blame him for his flaws. I blame the coaching.
I don't either. Same.
No, it ain't his fault.
That's what I started saying in my videos. It's like, well, Shedeur protect Shedeur, whatever.
Yeah,
but I know the coaches won't, and I know. So it's like,
that ain't his fault. It absolutely is not his fault.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, and then you say like we're 9. The way that I look at football is you keep getting better. So you're 9-3. So now you need to keep getting better, but you can't keep getting better if you're not getting talent that is better or like talent. So that's why for me, I'm just kind of like, is anybody paying attention? Am I tripping? Is anybody watching this? It's like I can see it, but can anybody else see it? No, Everything's fine. Okay. so that's the thing, and I get it. Like we have to. Everybody, oh, that's great. We got another portal. We got another port. We got another, and I'm just kind of like, we lost 3 games last year because we couldn't stop the run, and the offensive line couldn't give Shedeur time against Nebraska. So the way that we have fixed that so far is, don't know yet.
It's still extremely early, though. It's still extremely early.
But is it?
Yeah.
Compared to everybody else that's rounding out like their. I think they're going to and will do well in talent acquisition for who they are. Like when I look like no. How I evaluate Texas and their talent acquisition is different than Colorado Buffaloes and Kansas and Cincinnati and Houston, Texas Tech. I don't do any of them that way. So I ain't holding to those standards, but I think for the tier that they play in, the tier, remember the pyramid, the tier that made everybody mad? The tier. Yeah. So there's a tier. Yeah. We all know it's in a tier. We don't need to talk about the tier. We got it. We know it's in the we know. Then there's the one that's kind of under it. Okay. Got it. And then there's the next one. Is that where we're at? No. It's 5 levels. No, they're at the bottom tier. They're bottom tier team, yeah. Because it's not just from one season. You can't move up or down the tier from one season. 100%. Right. So are you doing the tier based on the talent? Or are you doing the tier based on the history, or based on the program? Well, just look at them overall generally. But let me tell you this though. Let me say this. I think overall, kind of 20-year or so period or whatever case, just historically expectations, right? So how many games you win, that tier that I had,
It's pretty much on the money.
So, okay. If you are looking at this in that way, it makes sense. I think the issue, though, is what if I told you that the moves don't even, to me, feel like that?
Oh, come on now. You've been too hard now. Come on now. Come on now.
I'm just saying, because
Come on now.
the goal is to get, if that's where you're at and that's your level, then when you bring in talent, the talent has to be at the level, right?
Yeah, I think they got that type of talent.
But if you're losing the talent that puts you here, and the replacement for the talent that puts you here, we've already talked about, is not there, do they still stay there?
No, they're gonna step back, obviously, right? I mean, but I think anybody would. But see, I don't look at Travis Hunter, and I don't count as far as talent acquisition. I don't count Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders, especially Shedeur Sanders, him acquiring talent. Now, a person can make the argument Travis Hunter, right? Because I'm talking about Colorado.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, because they were kind of embedded.
Yeah, did Prime grab Travis Hunter? Obviously, yeah, he recruited that. He can carry that banner. But as far as what Colorado is and the conversation that we have, and that's not talent acquisition. So because I don't believe, since I don't agree with that, I'm not going to penalize them for that, right?
Because they were there. They're right. Okay. So okay. Well, but that's how it fits. If you remove that, but at the same time, though, you do that in math, and you do that when you're like at work and working on graphs. You always take away the worst, and you always take away the best of, and you kind of go to the mean, and you try to figure out like what is, because you never get graded for your best work, and if you have a good leader, you won't get bashed for your worst work. It will always kind of be what you revert to most times. And that's usually how things are discovered. If you exceeds expectations, it's not because you exceeded the expectations on one project. It's because you continuously are exceeding. And so if you look at it that way, and we throw out the best, and let's just throw out the worst, whoever we think the worst is, then it's kind of, how many levels of tiers was there?
It was 5 levels. And it wasn't even that bad. I mean, honestly, the fifth tier wasn't even bad. It was just it was based on the fact of fans' expectations, right? How many wins. And Colorado, Vanderbilt's, the Houston's, they are looking for a, what's that, 6-win season. That's usually what they're gunning for, right? That's respectable. Do you want more? Obviously.
Yeah.
Right? But if you don't, then it ain't, I won 6 games, fired the coach. No, I lost 4 games, I lost 3 games, and now I get fired after the 3rd year. Right? For Alabama, probably would have got fired this season if he had won just 4 games.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So because the expectations is different, right? Yeah. And that's not conference. That's with anybody. Penn State, there's an expectation, right? They ain't at the top of the tier, but I expect them to win around. I think fans are looking for a double-digit win season, and hopefully they can win the conference. That's what it is.
And I think that's fair. I just think sometimes we get so wrapped up in things that aren't really real. Mm-hmm. Like, we want them to be real. Obviously, it's our team. Mm-hmm. Like, we don't want to be the worst of the worst. I got it. Mm-hmm. But I think what happens is sometimes we'll wrap ourselves in, it's not that bad, is it? Or this is going to be great. Everyone's going to be great because they're here. And it's like, is that real? It's actually not real. But I think we want it to be real. Right. And I think that's the problem that I feel like I'm having is, and I also think when you come to, like, I live in a different world of privilege where I've seen Like Texas is Texas. I got it. I need to learn where the where we break off, right? Like, for example, if Texas loses out on somebody, I will know that they offered them as much money as they possibly can, right? So that's never even a thing. Like if it's between you want to go to Texas and Tennessee, I'm going to know that Texas offered the money. I'm going to know that they have the facilities. I'm going to know that they have the coaching staff. I'm going to know that they have the NFL credence. I'm going to know they have the program backing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to know they call the collectives. Like, I know that. I have that privilege in knowing that. I think sometimes my issue is because I know that for a fact there. And then when I go to Colorado, I'm like, okay, so we don't have it. We have it. We don't have it. We do have it. Wait, we don't? So I'm like, it's like, so I'm not sure. I'm just not sure what it is, if that makes sense. And I think that sometimes is my issue because I'm just, I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, sometimes I think we have money and then somebody will come out and be like, he wasn't getting any money from the collectives. It was all NIL. So I'm like, and then Travis Hunter was paying people out of his own pocket. So I'm like, so we don't have it?
Hey, that's first I heard of that. Is that
true? That's what they said. So
wow.
And I think even Coach Prime said Travis Hunter and Shedeur didn't take any money out of the collectives. So I'm like, so then we have to spend? Or does that mean we don't have it to spend? But I think it's the uncertainty that is kind of like, that puts me kind of in a weird spot. Because I'm like, do we go get him because he was the best we could get for what we could afford? If that's the case, then I have to like it, right? Because the barrier is the barrier. I don't know.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Now, I don't know. Maybe it increased a lot. I have no idea. But if they really worried about not having money, do you know? I don't even, because they'll never be good then.
Now you see my problem.
But think about what Coach Prime said. If the other stuff is true about the lack of funds in the NIL, right? If that's the case, that means they can't afford a good quarterback, period, because Shedeur would have commanded at 2.5.
That's now you see my thing. So I'm like, do I have to celebrate this acquisition because listen, I know the ball on a budget, right? We only got $100 this week. Figure it out. Go get some sandwiches. You get sandwiches, no chips, right? Go get a sandwich, no cheese. Like I got it. I understand if that's, but my point is though, I don't know that to be true. Is that true? Like, is it the fact that this is what we can afford? Is it that this is our budget? And because this is our budget, this is what we're going to get. And if that's the case, I can understand that, but I don't know if that's the case. And that's what concerns me because I'm like, okay, so if a guard really wants to come to Colorado and his price tag is $250, can we not pay that because we can only afford $125?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, essentially, them not taking that money is like T.J. Watt. Let's don't use you. It's like Deshaun Watson and Myles Garrett.
Oh, he's getting rubbed out. Come on.
Not exactly. They ain't got to pay that contract. Now you can just fill out who you want.
That's what crazy. I'm saying. So
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Right. So, but you think about it, like those, and this came out of Coach Prime's mouth. He said that Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders don't take anything out of the collective.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So if that's true, which I don't know why he would be up there lying about that, then either there's not enough to go around. And so because, so again, I say all of this to say, if that is the case, then they're doing a phenomenal job. If our hypothesis is true, then that means that they're doing a great job.
Yeah, I agree to that too.
We just don't know. I think Travis and Shedeur said they will continue to fund the NIL as tax write-off. Wait, Why would they fund the NIL and not collective?
I think that's what he's talking about.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So what is motivated and dedicated saying? Wait, don't celebrate the liberty. No, but I think we have to. Like, yeah. Anyways, listen. I'm gonna just keep it real with y'all. If you're in the chat and you aren't scared to type that you're in the chat, because a lot of people watch these that don't type in the chat that they're watching, because I hear about it in other places. But we all have been in situations. Listen, I don't know if we all have. I'll speak for myself. I've been in a situation where I had to make ends meet, and I had to figure out a way around it, and I had to make it work. And if that meant whatever that meant, if that meant I had to call the light company and tell the light company, hey, I'll pay it on Friday because I can't pay it on Tuesday, whatever that means, I get it. I get trying to make the money work. I get trying to stretch it. I just wasn't aware that we were in that situation, because everything they say is we're not. So that's why for me, it was new information, you change your mind, because that's what you're supposed to do. So if the new information is that we're doing the best that we can with what we have, then these moves are actually spectacular. because you've convinced people to come and do this thing. So that's all I'm saying. So I don't know.
I think the people that they get are the people that they should be getting. I think they got good gets. I don't really have and I guess that's what happens though. Since I feel like this, I guess that's how it rolls over to later on. We'll be talking, not me and you, but just we, like you may talk to somebody else or me talking to somebody else, be talking, and then our expectation might not be as high.
So to make sure it looks good. I'm on camera.
You got it on there. So I wonder, is that what it is? Whoa. What are we doing? What are we doing?
I'm working for tips.
Time out. What are we doing? But I'm just saying, I don't think people really understand a lot of the times from the point of view that we come from, right? Because there's levels to this college football game, right? And honestly, I think there's more than two when we have conversations, right? When we got the conversations when we talk about the Bama's, Ohio States, and the Texas now here recently now, and in Georgia.
Welcome, baby.
And then we may drop it down a level, right? And then we may drop down a level and talk about Penn State, Ole Miss, USC some years, saying Iowa some years. We may be having that conversation, right?
I think that's fair.
Right. So I think even when having that conversation, the tone is not Georgia, Alabama. The tone is them.
Right.
And I think a lot of times people misunderstand the tone of conversation.
Yeah. I also think that sometimes we don't want to admit the tone or the context that we're in.
Yeah. I like tone. Right. It sounded better to me.
Yeah. We don't want to admit the tone that we're actually in is not the tone we think we're in.
Right.
So we're like, yeah, but, and it's like, no, Yeah. It's kind of like not minding the business that pays you, like getting in grown folks' business. It's like, or like when you think you know somebody and you don't know them, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Okay, maybe took it. Maybe took it too far. Okay, so there's that. Let's see. What are they saying about the collective? Because players have two collectives and they can get sponsors off the field. Yeah. The collective is ran through the non-for-profit unless the NIL is set up as something different. So the NIL is endorsements. NIL is endorsements. It's just they can't call it endorsements because these student athletes aren't employees of their school. So the reason it's called endorsements in the NFL is because the NFL players are actual players for the program of the Baltimore Ravens. They're employees of the Denver Broncos. So because of that, they can use them as employees. So because of your employer, you're getting an endorsement. So that's why. But all an NIL is an endorsement. They just can't call it that because they're not professional athletes. So that's how it is. And then, but the collectives is a collective group. Is a collective group of money. It's different. So I think think of collectives as we used to call boosters. Collectives used to be called boosters. But now what happens is A booster can still be a booster. So I'll use Texas as an example, and I'm making up these numbers kind of. A booster at the University of Texas can say, hey, I'm going to give you $500 million, and I need you to put my name on this building forever. And I'm going to give this to you, and this is what we're going to do. I'll spread it out. I'll give you the 500 million over 10 years. I want my name on a building. You are now a booster of the University of Texas. But the collective is, let's say me and Rawhide go in business and we have a business and we say, hey, we are collectively from our business going to donate 10 million to the football program. That's not the same thing. We're doing two different things here. I always tell people a booster is going to enshrine you in that university, because now you're a part of the decision making. If we want to hire so-and-so, if we want to do this, if we want to do that, you're a part of the boosters. Collectives don't get that same touch. So that's the difference. And then obviously the NIL is like endorsements. So I think sometimes we forget that just because collectives are here doesn't mean we don't still have boosters, because the boosters are like, those are the people that are like, you need to be fired. You gotta go. So start this guy at quarterback. Wink, wink. So anyways, there's that.
Yeah, I thought I heard somebody behind me. I'm like, man, what's going on?
It's the doves crying.
Yeah. Hey.
So anyways, anything else that we want to talk about? We've gone way too long.
Yeah, we have gone a long time.
We have.
No,
we're just chatting.
That's it. I know we kind of went all different directions today.
Yeah, we're just get your questions in now. No.
Yeah.
So let me see. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I wasn't gonna. I'm actively seeing if I started anything earlier.
Oh no, I was just saying that they riled me up earlier before I came on here. So,
what was the rile up about?
We all experts at everything.
Oh God! And nobody's gonna admit they don't know something.
Yeah, I guess I didn't admit it either, so I'm wrong too. I guess, kinda. I'm good. I got broad, so that's how you take it. You just take it.
You just take it. You probably shouldn't say that, but I can say it.
So you just you don't deal with it.
Yeah, you got it. You're right. But I do think admitting that you don't know something is a lost art. I really wish that we'd get back to the business of, wait, I've never heard that before. Oh, wait, that doesn't work like that? This is what I thought.
All right, let me pull out a disclaimer. I'm always coming from the thought that I'm wrong. So I don't need to tell you. I don't want to have to come back and tell you.
What do you mean by that?
I'll just say it. So I don't have to come back and say, well, I was wrong about that. No, I originally was coming from the thought that I may be wrong.
Are you joking?
No, I'm just saying. I'm throwing it out there. So right now, everything I say, I'm coming from the perspective I may be wrong. So if it end up being wrong later on, I told you I'm coming from the perspective that I'm probably wrong. That's it.
I think that, yeah. Well, I always say I think that people are actually wrong more than they're right.
Yeah, that's right. That's correct. But don't ask me to say, bro, you was wrong. I'm like, I already told you. You heard my disclaimer. So I don't need to repeat it.
I thought I was wrong to begin with. I just said it because I wanted to be right, but I thought I was wrong.
Which means that means I was right. Right? I'll try to tell you.
If people are believing this mental gymnastics that you were putting them through,
motivate. You say, look at motivated dedicated. Yeah. Ain't no way.
What's up, man? Way. He was listening to you talk about facts.
Listen, I'm just saying.
There's no way. He didn't mean to type that.
Yeah, hey, that logic I just laid down. I saw your hand anyway. You was writing that thing down. So you like, what? What was that?
There's nothing nice about that. That made absolutely no sense.
He made perfect sense.
Like, facts.
That made perfect sense.
He'll just say anything.
I'm just saying.
Basically, yes, I know I might be wrong, but I don't want you coming back and telling me I might be wrong. So I'm just going to lie and say up front that I might be wrong. Okay? Is that okay?
I said it. I said it.
The only thing I starred was what about the whole 2 years in JUCO not counting? I think we kind of talked about that. I don't remember.
Did we talk
Did we
about
talk
that?
about it?
No, we didn't talk about that.
Maybe we
No,
didn't.
we didn't.
Listen, it's college football, and they're gonna. When the money is flowing, what would you do if you had a job? If you had a business, and the way to get money flowing in your business was to do this, would you do it? I would. That's all this is. This is a business. And yeah, we're gonna have, old people. We're gonna have 24-year-olds, 25-year-olds playing against 18-year-olds. Yes. And they want it that way. You know what's actually interesting? Do you think that I think the college kids, or the college kids, I think so there's going to be tiers to this. So there's going to be the really good high school player that will go wherever he wants to go, right? He's fine. He's going to always be fine. We'll just consider those rich people. He's going to be fine, right? He's going fine. He's 5-star. He's a star. He's going cool. Then you're going to have your 4 stars too. I think will kind of be okay. But the interesting thing to me is going to be these 3 stars who, if you look at the history of anything of football, who actually end up being sometimes the better of the stars when they get to the NFL. Because didn't they say last year the NFL is full of 3 stars and 4 stars or something like that? I can't remember the stat, how they did it. So, but what does this mean for like the kid who's like little Johnny, who we wanted to give little Johnny a participation trophy? Johnny's never actually been good at anything. And now Johnny is going to get a chance because he can just go flounder around in JUCO and see if he's good enough one day to go to like the next level of college football. Speaking of, here's his participation trophy.
We got one. Man, you gotta have some sound behind that. You're gonna put some sound behind that.
Little Johnny. So we have like little Johnny. Like I actually think JUCO might be full of little Johnnies. So we have the guys who are extremely athletic that can't go to the bigger schools because their grades aren't right. They can't read correctly and they haven't found the way to cheat through school yet. So they have to go to JUCO. And then you have little Johnnies who will be there with them. So I'm like, this is interesting.
I got a question for you though.
What's up?
If it goes to that, why go to JUCO? Why not just go to HBCU?
Would you consider JUCO or HBCU? Okay, so I think they should. I think no one's gonna like this. I think they need to make HBCU football compete with the JUCOs. I think they need to combine forces. I'm just saying.
That's interesting.
I mean, they don't get any love anyway. We keep trying to force it. We keep trying to force it. So what if, just go with me here. What if we have JUCO? What if you get 2 years of HBCU play and it doesn't count against you because it's considered a JUCO. So you get your 2 years as an HBCU, but it doesn't count. And then you still have 4 years. You're meeting them and giving them the best part of the pie.
I can hear the HBCU people right now saying, why y'all hate us so much? Why do y'all hate us?
But the thing is, but let's be honest, they're not getting any love anyway. That's my thing. Are they getting love right now?
I don't know, but I think y'all cold-blooded. I know that. Y'all cold-blooded. Y'all cold-blooded. I mean, I'm just, you a bully.
What?
You a bully, man. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, HBCU, y'all go, y'all ain't 4 years no more. Go play with the 2-year people. Y'all crazy.
But no.
Yeah, y'all crazy.
No. I didn't say that. I'm saying, what if those first 2 years, like, I guess what I'm saying is the system is making it better to go JUCO than they are HBCU.
You said go play with the little people. That's what you
said. Say that though.
Okay.
Give me the JUCO privileges.
Oh my God.
Let me ask you something. If you could have a player go play at an HBCU for 2 years, if he goes there for 2 years and you tell him those 2 years that you're there, you get to play college football, you get all the perks of being a college athlete. And then when you go play in another division, you still have 4 additional years.
So why the HBCUs got to get to wear fair?
Because they don't respect them anyway.
So just keep shitting on them.
But they already are. They already are.
You are insane. Oh my God.
Are they not already basically like telling them they're not good enough?
I'm just saying though, that's crazy.
I know it sounds crazy, but we got to be honest with what's going on. They already are telling you that they don't respect what you're doing. They've already said that. So if you don't respect us, give us a solid 2 years. That doesn't count against you. And then you get to go somewhere else if you choose. Or you could just stay with us and play 4 years here.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
What's wrong with my idea?
Oh, what? Oh, I got to comment on that.
I'm trying to fix problems. What is wrong with my idea? Okay, this is very serious.
Oh my God, man! I'm like, man, God,
It's very serious.
I'm kind of crack right now. I'm just here to tell you. I'm like, oh no, I'm trying to stay away from comment on that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So what is the issue? What is the issue?
What is the issue? You see, motivated said, don't say nothing. I know, bro. That's crazy.
Why?
Oh my God, bro. Ooh, you better keep them. Hey, I ain't really fly. You better keep them braids in your head.
But my point is everybody has this issue, and everyone says the same things over and over and over.
Oh.
We don't get any respect. Nobody cares about us. At least JUCO has real playoff games, and a real champion. So basically, y'all are all saying all the same things, but we don't want to put forth solutions to fix it. We just want to keep it the same. Okay, so we just want to whine and complain. Okay,
but what's wrong with them, though? What's wrong with them?
How many times have you heard people say they don't get the attention that they need? People won't even go watch their games and go recruit the talent there. They have to do extra to get seen, to get noticed. You old man just said at least JUCO has real playoffs. So all of these things you're telling me they don't have. They're already being disrespected based on what everybody else is saying. So if we feel like that, why don't we give them something?
I mean, hey, come on. FBS don't even have. I mean, the BCS. I mean, the CFP ain't a real playoff, but I get what you're saying. I ain't trying to cut it that thin, but I get what you're saying. I'm just, I don't think the problem that I think the only problem is exposure. Outside of that, I don't see them as being problems.
So, but exposure is what's keeping them down. I mean, that's what most people, they're like, what about HBCUs? Why aren't they getting attention? Why aren't they getting this? Why aren't they getting this? I mean, look, they get plenty of attention. It's just a lower level of play. So we're already crapping on it. Like, we're already crapping on it. Okay. You heard what Ed Reed said, too much trash at HBCUs. So you know what? I get it, guys. I get it. We as Black people, we want to complain and we want to talk about it and we want to do all this stuff. And we want to say, look, HBCU just doesn't have the same amount of money and resources, right? So we want to talk about it. It's so bad. We don't have this. We don't have this. We don't have that. We don't want to fix it. We don't want to fix it. But we just don't have anything. Okay. Y'all just say that. Just say you're okay with being less than and you don't want to fix it. It's fine.
We're progressives.
They're getting nothing. Progressives at least got equality in marriage.
My God. I'm just, well, yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Like,
That's crazy.
I'm just saying, like, what are we doing? It's like, and that's what I always say. We always whine. We're whining. We whine. And Black people, we're down in society. They hate us. They hate us. They hate us. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, well then, what are we doing to fix it? You won't even ask for, can we get 2 years of playing time and then we can sing it? Why aren't HBCUs the funnel to Power 12 or to Power 4?
Because they alumni don't donate enough money.
But so that's what I'm saying. It's like, what are we? Come on, people. I'm tired of participation trophies. I'm tired of being like, yeah, but they play HBCU. Yeah, but they play HBCU. What if the HBCU was part of the solution? What if the HBCU gave people options?
What do you mean?
I'm saying, like, what if you? I guess it maybe should be a question for like the younger generation. If you could go play at HBCU for 2 years and not lose that 2 years of eligibility like they are doing junior colleges, would you consider going to play at HBCU? Do you think more kids would go to HBCUs if they could still use those 2 years?
I think they're gonna go play wherever they can play. So I don't think you necessarily need to do that. I just think that if it rolled out the way you're talking, I think they go to HBCU anyway. I think that's a better option than JUCO. I mean, you still can leave whatever time you want. I guess you're talking more so on the side of the extra 2 years, right, to help motivate you to go there.
Right, it's motivation.
Yeah, it is. I don't know, but
so do we think JUCO is a better place to go than HBCUs?
I don't agree to that.
Well, that's what I'm trying to level set. Where are we with this? Because so we have motivated that's saying HBCU is a lower level. It's a step down. You just said you don't agree with that.
FBS. Yeah, from
we're
FBS
not talking about,
and
no,
FCS.
we're not. Yeah, we know. We're not talking about them. I'm talking about junior. I'm talking about junior college to HBCU. Who's better? Like who? What's the better opportunity, an HBCU or a junior college?
Oh. Yeah, probably I'd be JUCO for a better opportunity. I don't know.
Really wants HBCU? You guys.
Yeah, that's what you want, bro.
But we gotta focus, though. We have to focus. Let me ask you something. Tell me what's wrong with that. It still gets you a degree. It gets you playing football. You get 2 more years of eligibility. What's wrong with that?
Well, listen, I guess because they're not a JUCO.
Right. So now JUCOs are better. So how can we make it to where HBCUs are just like JUCOs? Why do we have to be less than? Why can't we be equal to?
Because I think it's insulting to the academic side.
Now we want to focus on academics. Half these people don't even know how to read and write, and do math.
That's me and you talking. We ain't no HBCU graduate. You got to ask them. I think they won't like that.
Football players want to play. Yes, we know that. Listen, I also want $1 million. I know that. But in order to get there, I have to first make $100,000. Not everybody can go from great high school. Not everybody can go from Duncanville to Georgia. Not everybody can go from Duncanville to Oregon. Not everybody can go from not everybody can do that. Some people have to take a different path. And more people have to take a different path than get to go to Duncanville and go to a higher school. We're actually talking about more of the population than we are more than anything. We do realize, chat, there's more people in the world that are average than there are that are great. Can we at least admit that?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're actually talking about more people that will go get the benefit than we are talking about the guys that are going to go get it regardless. They're going to go get it regardless. Colin Simmons is a 5-star defensive guy that's playing at the University of Texas as a true freshman. He's 18 years old. There's not a lot of Colin Simmons. There's not a lot of him. They just don't exist like that. So I don't know. See, now HBCUs are below average. All right, you know what, Black people, if we want to be below average, fine. Let's be below average.
I was just saying, if you put the JUCO tab on them, that's how it's gonna look.
But we're already being labeled that, though.
Not really. Hey,
He said it. Look.
Yeah, that's because you asked him though. I'm just saying when I think about JUCO, I think it's separate and apart. Right? I just don't even. It ain't even in the same kind of category.
Okay. Motivated. I need you to focus. Focus on the words. Focus on the words I'm saying. Listen to the words I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if the rule is, if you go play at a JUCO or if you play at an HBCU, those 2 years of eligibility do not count against your eligibility. Right now, they're passing a rule where if you go to JUCO, those 2 years don't count. What I'm saying is, why don't we make it to where the first 2 years of an HBCU do not count towards your eligibility, and then you can go to a Power 4 from an HBCU. That's what I'm trying to push here. That's my agenda. I want equal rights for HBCU the JUCOs get. I want HBCUs to get the same rules that JUCOs get. That's it.
I got you. I'm with you. I'm behind you.
This is how really teachers. Why can't you do that?
Yeah,
I'm woman-splaining.
Yeah, I caught what you said too, though. Yeah, I caught that. You was woman.
Now
you was woman-splaining.
I was woman-splaining. I was woman-splaining. Yeah. So I don't understand. Why won't we, like, what are we doing?
Hey, you know what? Woman-splaining is way worse than mansplaining. But y'all so, I shouldn't say y'all, but some are so, I ain't gonna use that. I'm just saying.
Well, so for me,
considerate it's like enough to know that y'all be tripping on y'all woman-splaining and then get mad at mansplaining. I'm like, y'all crazy. Y'all women know how to flip it, bro. Y'all are the king of it.
I'm like, I'm sitting up straight. I'm projecting my voice clearer. Follow me. Step 1, send me the money. Step 2, get in the car. Step 3, we're driving away. Step 4, tell no one.
Yeah, bro. Y'all great. Women, bro. Women has made mansplaining bad when they do it the worst. The actual person that does the harm and gender splaining is women, and they turned it around and said, "Nah, we gonna make sure y'all don't ever say this. We gonna put it on y'all. Y'all crazy, boy. Y'all crazy."
But I think it depends on the topic, though.
Okay, here we go. Prime example. You could be talking. We could be talking. You know what I'm saying? And something could happen. Oh, yeah. Hold on. So they can have illegal blocking downfield. You find out that it ain't, and then you be talking. And be like, oh, just because he was. Now somebody say something. I say, if you ain't past the line of scrimmage, if he catch you before he passed the line of scrimmage, y'all be like, that's mansplaining. I'm like, what?
That is not the definition of mansplaining.
What?
That's not the definition.
I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you that I've seen that and a woman say that.
Let me tell you the definition of mansplaining. You ready?
Go ahead.
Me solving a problem, and the men in the chat have a problem with the way I'm trying to solve the problem, and they're trying to tell me the rules as if I don't know the rules. So then I have to course correct my body and project more confidence and talk slower because I am being mansplained in the chat.
Right. But see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I said. You just said it. You like, you know the rules and somebody's trying to tell you that. And that's what I did in that situation. I've heard women do that.
Right. So because what is happening here is I know the rules, but motivated and dedicated is now typing to me in all caps that I don't know the rules.
But he's the all cap type. He is the all cap type of guy.
So because he's trying to mansplain to me the rules, okay, and because I am a grown ass woman and I peep game, I stand up straighter in my chair, articulate myself clearer, and say to him, "Listen to me. Listen to what I'm about to say."
See, that's woman's planning. That's woman's planning. Y'all do it all the time. We don't say nothing. Not a word.
That is totally not true. Like, because men think they know everything about football. Go look at my comment section and you will see mansplaining.
I get that. I get that. I promise you, I get that. But that's just a sport. Y'all do it on personal stuff.
No, well, I don't speak on behalf of all women, so I'm not here to be
okay. Nor am I saying all y'all do that. Right? Yeah.
Right. But if you need some explaining,
that's crazy. Oh, come on, man. See, here you go. You doing too much. See,
if you need some explaining, we're going to explain it. So if you don't know what you're doing, we're going to tell you.
I'm just saying, y'all. It ain't even the fact that they don't know. They do know. They just ain't did it as quick as you want.
But I think that mansplaining happens in a male-dominated space. That's the difference. That's where that's what it comes from, because it comes from the corporate world where you're the only woman in the room and you're like, hey, why don't we do this and do that? And someone's like, well, if we do that and do that, then you have to remember there's a budget. And you're like, no shit. Is there a budget? Like, duh. That's where it comes from. So let's not act like, that's all I'm saying.
I got you. I'm just saying, y'all, the quantity and the vigor of mansplaining, if anybody is doing the offensive stuff, it's the woman's side.
How is that true though? When it starts from the origination of a man's world. So how is that true?
What do you mean? What do you mean how it started off from a man's world? I don't even get that one.
We're women.
Okay.
We live in a patriarchy society.
Okay. Oh.
So if we do
we?
Right? Well, yeah, because remember, women shouldn't be in men's business. Remember?
Well, what are we doing?
Y'all just talked about that a few hours ago. So if that's the case, then we're supposed to stay in our lane. That means the world is predicated on what men want and what men think women should do.
You're right. My bad. Are
we gonna have this have this conversation?
No, you just woman-splain it and you win.
No, I am explaining to you the way of the world of the patriarchy. This world is a patriarchy. It is male dominated. The women in the world are supposed to relent to the men. And this is the only time when men bring up Bibles, because most of the time they don't read the Bible. They only use the Bible when they need it to make their point. So they will say,
that's a good one. That is true.
Exactly.
Okay, you got it. See, I can admit it. I can admit it.
They don't care about the Bible that much unless they need the Bible to make their point. Then they'll go, oh, the Bible says men are so... Although these men ain't doing shit, but the Bible said, okay, so now we live in a male-dominated world. Makes sense?
There's so much I want to talk about in that, but I got you. Okay, like I said, you're right. My bad. I'm falling back. You're right. I agree with everything.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And I have something even better for you. Let me tell you how I'm going to work this. Let me show you something. Some women are so impatient.
Why'd you look at it though?
We live in a patriarchy though. So who's making us impatient?
Oh my God.
You know, it's like, you know, it starts to feel like men want all of the stuff. They want all of it. They want it. They want the power. They want the control. They want the money. And I'm macho and I'm this and I'm that and I'm that. But you're telling me I'm impatient. Well, stop making me impatient. Fix it.
Oh my God. I'm tapping. I am literally tapping. I'm just saying.
Fix yourself.
I'm just saying. I'm tapping. I wasn't even trying to go there anyway. I was just saying that womansplaining is, to me, generally harsher than mansplaining.
Yeah, because you guys are sensitive.
I'm just talking about the tone and tenor.
Trigger.
No, just the tone and tenor of how they do it.
Oh, so now it's about our tone.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So what about y'all's tone? What about y'all's directness? This is a man's world.
What you owe with that? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm talking about two normal humans.
Ooh, here's a paragraph.
Trying to interact. That's it. That's all. That's it.
You know, socialism in America will not allow people who look like us have an advantage. We have to overachieve to be highlighted outside of our own race. HBCUs would need to overachieve. Exactly. That's why you fix the problem and you say, listen, if you want to go to HBCU, we'll give you 2 more years of eligibility. Problem solved. Problem solved. Oh, man said, but Jesus said, exactly. That's how it happens. These men are out messing with hoes, messing with all these people, doing all these things, can't pay a bill to save their lives, don't have nothing to their name. And then they'll come back and try to tell you what to do and then call me impatient.
What? Whoa! What? Oh my God! Oh my God! What are we? I'm so shook. I'm just saying. I wouldn't even try. I was just talking about human beings. I wasn't saying nothing about nothing.
Oh, okay. You just said we womansplain.
Right. I like when I talk about humans, everybody do it. That's all I was saying.
Okay. Oh, see, now you didn't like where the correction was going, so now we're back to humans. All right.
I'm just saying.
Here in a minute, you're gonna call me a female. Here in a minute.
You told me don't do that. I'm just saying. Now you set me up. I do make a mistake. It's like I did it intentionally. Like I said, I don't care what you think. I'll do it anyway. See, you just made it so awkward for a mess up, bro. I tell you ain't right. You ain't right. You ain't right for that. You ain't right.
I'm trying to make sense of everything that's happening right now.
I'm just saying.
It's always something. I'm just trying to do the right thing for the most people. You know what I mean? And here we go. This is the stuff we got to deal with. It's just crazy.
Saying, I'm neutral, man. I get along, go along, get along. You know me.
So you it was a mistake then what you said before.
About what?
About womansplaining.
Yeah, well, I'm saying mansplaining and womansplaining. Both people, yeah, they both do it. Humans do that.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, now they both do it. Okay.
Yeah.
We won, ladies.
Yeah. I wasn't fighting. Hey, no fighting me. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, bro. Yes.
We made it.
You know what I'm saying?
We made it. Look, Cliff is disappointed. He's like, man, we lost him. No,
man. Hey, listen, man. Hey.
Ladies,
I ain't got rabbit ears.
Fight.
Yeah, bro, I ain't got rabbit ears. I can let stuff go. I'm like, hey, I don't want none of that. I know when to step back.
Oh my goodness. Anyways, so this has been fun talking about football.
Yeah.
I am the champion for the day. So
well, first off. All right, now I feel some kind of way. Whoa. I feel some kind of way. I feel like you think you won something.
Here, I got you. Do you feel better?
That didn't fit me. Like, that don't fit me. I'm just saying. What? What? I'm just saying. Just me. That don't fit me. I'm just saying. What? I'm just saying.
Oh gosh.
I'm just
Anyways, anything else you would like to add to this
Yeah,
very,
no.
this
You
very
said you want
intellectual
no,
conversation?
far from that, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You sound like you act like you won something. I ain't
didn't
even
win
disagree.
anything.
If you got a trophy, I got a trophy too. Because I ain't disagree with you on that.
But it started because you were saying that women are worse.
Explaining to the other person. Oh, come on, man. You know that. You know that too.
Cliff is so offended.
Yeah, bro.
He's like, I'm trying to put this woman in a corner. And she keeps like,
yeah.
all of this winning.
Yeah. All we do is say, yeah, just make that right turn. Come on, you gotta make the turn now. Come on, you know you gotta get over. You need to get over. How is that worse than start saying, I don't do this. I don't do this. Come on now. Yeah, man.
Who does that?
Yeah, that's what y'all do.
Who does that?
I put a little more color on it, but it is.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh,
yeah.
That's unfortunate. You should talk to somebody about that.
Or y'all go teacher mode, you know, like you're in trouble. I'm like, y'all crazy, man.
Who said anybody was in trouble?
Yeah, I'm just saying that's how y'all go when y'all explain stuff. But you know, y'all tear the mood up.
So it's the tone.
Right, y'all tear the mood up. Like we watching football, we yeah, this. You like I already knew that. Yeah. Everybody keep going. But if it's you doing it to me and everybody around, they be like, hey, bro, she mad, bro? You all right? If you got to went up to the bathroom, so you're like, bro, you straight? You come on, don't act like that ain't hiding with a window. Come on, you know that.
I could see that situation. I could see that.
Yeah.
But it sounds like it's only worse though because it's around people.
No, I think no, it's the same. But I think though a lot of times, I think men do it to men also. So I think.
So then, what are we talking about?
No. But what I'm saying, but I think that's mansplaining. I think is natural in conversation. You all womansplaining is a whole tone different setting event.
But do you understand? So men say I've been told you. Women say remember the time when. I think that's the same thing though. What's the difference? But I think what's missing in this is in order for, so if I'm talking to you like this and I'm like, yeah, and then all of a sudden I go, okay, but here's the thing. You're going to know in that moment, my tone has changed. And now
that's what y'all do.
Right. Because you have to, because that's how you get attention. Be like, oh yeah. And then I was watching football, and then because of Tampa Bay, and then we kicked it off, and then it was great, and then it was great. And then that one time when you said the one thing, remember that one thing, and you'd be like, yeah, Tampa Bay was great. You would never hear it.
Okay, there's truth to that too.
Right. So I have to say, I agree with you. Tampa Bay did that on the kickoff, whatever. I agree. However, can I tell you about the one thing though that you said? Like you have to realize.
But right. Just because you have to do it that way doesn't mean that it comes off worse
or better. It means it comes off better because I think you're saying it comes off worse.
Right. Yeah. Right. So what I'm saying is, yeah, just because you have to do something does not mean that it's good or bad or especially in this situation when we're comparing it, then it's better or worse, right? That don't matter. But that's still what it is. Like even with
Go ahead.
Even with old man right now. If we were just talking and you said something, I said, yeah, I've been told you that. And then we would just keep talking. But if we was talking and I said, remember when you gonna inattentive. It's a change in mood.
Right, but it depends on what we're talking about.
Well, we could be talking about how ice cream tastes.
But if you're watching a football game and we're talking about football, and I need your attention. I can't use the same tone we're talking about football.
But I'm saying
it's a different conversation.
But I'm saying that's what we would do though. Like
You're saying
even
that's
right. So that's what we would do. Okay, so let's say we ain't talking about football. Let's talk. Let's say I'm talking about putting gas in the car.
okay.
Right? You come out. You can come out and say, man, I ran out of gas today. I was like, we'd say something like, I told you to put some gas in that other day. You already knew that. We're gonna keep it moving. If it changed, if it was me, or I feel like generally if the tone changed, if a woman was to tell a dude that, it's a more of a straighten you up, direct, attentive, dot. It's like you run you down. But a lot of times when we do stuff like that, it's just rolling with the conversation, or a bad joke. It didn't hit right.
I agree with that, but I don't think womansplaining is the word for that.
What do you call it?
I think it's condescending.
Well, I ain't saying I think there's intent there with that, so I'm not trying to really say that.
But I think that if you're trying to course correct, it does come off as condescending because you're pivoting. Because you said the tone. If you change the tone, that means you've pivoted. If we're laughing and we're joking, the tone is the tone, right? You're kind of like, eh. But once I change my tone and, like you just say, then I dress you down, that's condescending.
But y'all explain things that way a lot when it comes to stuff like that.
Right, but so speaking from experience here, a lot of people accuse me of being condescending when I'm just explaining. Yeah. In my mind, I think I'm explaining, because for me, what I'm doing on my end is fixing myself, getting better words, kind of reloading my brain, and then I'm rattling out it in a different way in hopes that it makes sense of what I'm trying to say. Mm-hmm. But I think some people hear the tone that I'm saying it in and not hear what I'm trying to say. And so it comes across as condescending. So was it intentional? Well, in a way, because I reset myself to make sure that I can articulate what I'm trying to say. And it comes across as something it's not, because I had to reposition my brain. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So I think you could be 100% right, but I don't necessarily always think that that's the intention.
Right. Just like I don't think, like, even in the scenario that you gave about in the workplace, sometimes they just bad misplaced jokes, because generally the person that says that, they do other little awkward things. Yeah. And as a matter of fact, right,
but I think that is actually how it comes across. Although I just explained it and I never said that. I actually didn't say that. I said I had to adjust the way that I'm thinking about the situation so that I can articulate myself correctly. And he heard that as.
But see, I think that's that's what womansplaining is doing.
Is dumbing it down?
No, most of the time they're dumbing it down. They're trying to dumb it down. Yeah.
I mean, but that's the thing, though. If you feel that way, then there's nothing that can be done. If that's how you feel, what's happening.
No. But see, I don't think that's on me to feel that way. Once you identify the type of the particular type of traits that's tone changing, you have just admitted, yes, we do that. That's not on me.
I never said it was on you.
No. What I'm saying is, as far as your response, what you said earlier, right? That's the other party's misinterpretation. No, they didn't misinterpret.
Well, yeah, because there's a miscommunication.
Yeah, but due to the communicator.
Right. So the communicator has to change.
Yeah, right. Not the listener.
Right. So if I don't change, we miscommunicate.
No. What I'm saying is, and maybe I'm saying it wrong. Just help me out. You saying that it comes off like they misinterpret what you intend to say. There's a miscommunication, right? Because how your actions, whatever the case may be.
Right.
I'm saying there's
miscommunicated.
actually not a misinterpretation because you just admitted what you did is what happens. So that's on the person that's doing it, that's communicating. That's not on them. They did not misinterpret. Actually, they interpreted correctly. You just didn't communicate well enough.
If I don't communicate well enough, how did you interpret it correctly?
Because you just said, I'm not trying to dress you down. I'm not trying to be condescending. I'm trying to communicate better. But also, right before you said that, you said also admitted, okay, I see it, because if we're in normal conversation, once I do that, tone has changed. So if a person, right, so once I identify the change in tone and I see it as beginning to be dressed down, you already admitted that I get why you said that. I did that. You said you admitted you did that.
But in communication, whose job do you think it is to make sure the message is getting across? The communicator?
The sender.
Okay. So if it's their job, you have to change how you're talking just by nature of communicating, right?
Yeah, that's my point. That's the point I'm making. You said the listener earlier. Earlier, you said that the listener, you summed it up saying there was a miscommunication. Like there was a miscommunication with the listener.
Oh, I see where this is.
You see what I'm saying?
You didn't like that I was trying to make you accountable for it. Okay, I got you.
But you're not. After you admitted yourself.
I got you.
Oh, don't do me like that.
Because this is about the accountability piece. We're having two different. We're having a conversation. We actually agree on this conversation. So we're on the same page here. However, the other conversations we've had, this is leaning into those.
You think
because
so?
Yes.
Oh, that other one. Oh, I know what you're talking about.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like yes, we both agree. Like yes, yes. But there's that one piece where it could go either way, and that's what's sending it the other. So it's like we agreed 98.9%, but there's that little bitty thing that we could go back and forth about that one little piece, and I think that's where that's where this conversation is kind of.
Right.
Does that make do you know what I'm
talking
about?
I get I get exactly what you're saying. It's the accountability piece that you mentioned. I'm just saying though, my only point is the actions you display, right? And the misinterpretation of your actions, if you was misleading, that's on you. If you
I agree with that.
Once you identify, once you like with the conversation we had, once you say it, okay, I see it, then you have now said right. You have now said whatever that other person saw, that's what they supposed to saw. Because you did that. Now, if you had to just roll with it where you saying they didn't listen, they may not listen. You're right.
Yeah.
You didn't change the tone, but you just probably didn't get your point across.
Right. But like Ellen is saying here, I think so. This is actually kind of interesting that this is happening right now, because I think when you have conversations, I'm trying to make sure I say this right because it might not come up right. I think when you have conversations with people that are used to having conversations with people, you understand there's more context, there's more background, there's more substance that you can pull from when you're speaking to certain people about certain things, because you've been here, done this about something else different. So you kind of understand the foundation of what they stand on, and you kind of understand them. And so it helps you to have these conversations because it's not just about this, it's about the holistic aspect of conversation. I think that's one piece. But then there's the other piece of this where we're on a live and we're having a conversation with people who are hearing just what we're saying. And so Ellen is 100% right. Like that is that definition. But I think the problem is that there's other conversations that we have about other things, about accountability and about people being selfish and about people not listening and about people not understanding and about people not comprehending and about people not even being able to communicate correctly. That is missing here that everybody can't gather. So it's like that's why I said I think we agree, but the underlining foundation of this is this is week 15 of just another conversation. So anyway, so that's why I'm like, that's why it's like, we agree. I understand exactly what you're saying. I understand the point that you're trying to make. And I also understand what Ellen is saying too, because she's right. She's right in the context of how she's saying it. So anyways.
Right. I mean, if a dog ran up to me showing
no,
his teeth,
but that's just it. Right. You don't know who, because it's between it's actually me and Ra. It's conversation. It's actually it's actually our conversation. No. It's no. That's what I'm that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying this has nothing to do with that. That's what I'm saying. Like, we're beyond that. Like, we're having we don't care about that. Like, we're having completely this is about something way different than that. And so that's why it's like the context matters. It's like it's the same reason why you tell people not to get in other people's relationships, because you're not at home with those people and you don't know what they're talking about when you're not around. So you're adding your 2 cents, but the conversation is bigger than that. So anyways, I don't know if that makes sense to you, but that's kind of how I'm seeing
I got it. I got it. I don't I guess I get it. I was going a little bit too far with the justifying the non-misunderstanding with the receiver. I get that. I didn't have to say that, but because that's really irrelevant to the whole overall point that we was originally having.
Right.
But I think sometimes in communication we want to blame the receiver, but the actions that
when it's the communicator's fault.
Right. You
exactly
put a different idea or tone in their head, and that ain't on the receiver. That's on the sender.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I 100% agree with that. Yeah. So how long are you going to do?
That was an excellent point. I got to give him that though.
That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to say is like, we're like that. That's it. Right. Like
You're right, man.
Yeah, for most, but we always say that, right? Like, oh God, we should have just hit live and we should have been going around because this is like, whatever. But you're right. Like, that's why I'm saying this has everything to do with us in this show and the way that we communicate with each other than it does a holistic thing. And I think that's what's missing. It's like, anyways, because I feel like how long, like this is totally normal.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So anyways, that's where we're at. It's Thursday night. Football's on. We've just been on here, blabbing,
jacking around. And honestly, one of my favorite shows.
Yeah, but how long have we said we should just hit live and had this conversation?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So this isn't the first time that.
I ain't even gonna bring up the
time.
You're right. I ain't even bring up the. Oh, my fault. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying it is the first time that we've actually had it on a live where we've actually had and that's why it's like everyone thinks we're talking about other things we're actually not talking about. Like this
is you're right.
Yeah, this is the part where people are like, I don't understand how y'all are doing. Like, because you don't understand anything actually. So it's bigger than what you think. So, anyways, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I ain't even gonna bring up the manipulation conversation, but I want everybody to know, and I'm proud of it. I am currently trying to manipulate Really Flawed to do something for me.
You're on mute. He's on mute, and
man, I didn't even know I was on mute. I was just
now it sounds terrible. I don't think your mic's on.
God, what happened? Let's see here. No, that ain't muted. Let's see. But that's gonna just be.
You're not in the corner anymore.
Huh?
No, he said you're not in the corner anymore.
Where we at? But what do I now? I sound better?
You sound better. You still don't sound as good as you were earlier, but it sounds good.
All right, bet. Let's work with that. So anyway, I was just gonna say that I am currently trying to manipulate Really Flawed and doing something that I want her to do. I am proud to say that I am trying to manipulate her because I absolutely don't think anything's wrong with manipulation. So I plan on winning, and I need y'all help. So yeah, brother out.
No one cares.
Yeah, they don't. They don't. I said honestly, that's part of my manipulation to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. I hear you. That's
Hey.
I'm actually being manipulated right now.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So,
I need help. I want in
yeah.
there.
Well, listen. People want me to go live more. People want me on here more. People want me talking more. Here you go, people. Here is 3 hours of me talking. This is everything you ever asked for. Okay. Like, I know I'm not, what more do you want from me? I'm doing my best. I'm live. I'm talking. Everyone's like, go live, talk, go live, start a live, fire it up. We are live. We are live.
Yeah,
Here you go.
Exactly. You're right. You're right. You're right. But no, I mean, one of the better shows. I appreciate it. Hey, I needed that. I needed that.
Yeah. Details. You know how these people love to gossip. What are we talking about?
I guess me wanting you to grant me access to better information.
See, here, okay. Y'all want to know the deal?
No, don't tell it. Don't tell. Leave it. No,
here's what it is.
Leave it ambiguous.
I operate brothels.
Oh, what? Oh,
And-
no, that is not what we doing. That is not what we doing. No, that is not what we doing. Hey, fellas, I'll just tell y'all, bro. She won't help me. That's
And
all
because I operate brothels.
No, it is not brothels. I don't know what you're talking. Don't put the people in. They'll take anything. No, that's not what it is. But
I am a madam.
No, that is totally not what it is.
Oh my goodness, that is so funny.
Oh my
so
God.
funny. So, anyways, so I hope that you all have enjoyed. Well, we might as well listen. We're going to end this at 3:30 on the dot. So if anybody has any other questions, comments, concerns, anything, you got me for an extra 2 hours than you usually do. So if you liked it, great. If you didn't, stop acting like you didn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna see y'all next week too. God, oh my God, to see 3 hours coming.
I know.
Did not see it coming.
I know. You're supposed to keep us on track. What happened to that?
Well, honestly, I was about to shut it down. I was like, okay, she want to keep going. Don't worry, I'm just gonna cross my fingers for the game. I just missed it.
It's still on. It's still on. Who's winning? Let's check it. All right. In 2 minutes, I'm shutting this thing down. So if anybody has any comments, questions, concerns, whatever. Sometimes I don't always give you what you ask for, but if you want me to go live more and this, there you go. I'm live. Okay. If you want to see more of my personality, you just saw it for 3.5 hours.
Yeah, man. Honestly, you had some you gave away some telling information today. I must admit.
All you gotta do is pay attention. All you have to do is pay attention.
Yeah. Golly, yeah. Honestly, your movie selections was just eye-opening. It was. I'm just here to tell you it was.
Yeah.
It was.
So, in the next time anybody watches the Titanic, just laugh, okay? Because it's funny. Just laugh. Just laugh when the rich people are doing their thing, and just laugh when the broke people don't realize they're about, like, are panicking because they know they're gonna die. Like, I don't know. It just is what it is. Just is what it is. The one thing I will say though is, which game are you looking the most forward to for the college football playoffs? Final question.
Tennessee, Oregon. I got Tennessee.
Oregon.
I got
this weekend.
Yeah, Tennessee, Oregon.
Tennessee, Oregon. Don't
no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Tennessee, Ohio State. I apologize. Tennessee, Ohio State. Anyway, I got Tennessee beating Ohio State. I got Tennessee winning this game. I got them winning the next game. I got Tennessee through the national championship.
Yeah, you got them in the semis.
Yeah, I got multiple bets on them. They got some good odds. They got some good odds.
Really?
2,000, plus 2,000. Yeah.
Wow.
So,
is that the under or the, I don't know what they call it.
No, that's just the money line or the prop.
Are they the least favorite to go to the semis? Like, did I say that right?
No, they're not. They're not. They're kind of right there in the middle. So
You just think they have the best chance of being
with
the
the
team that
best
will go there
odds. Yeah.
with the best odds. Okay,
Yeah.
makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
I like
So
it.
yeah.
I won't answer that question. Obviously, my team's in it, so
Yeah.
I don't
So
even care.
I got them all the way through. Hey, they ain't even got to get all the way through. If they get to the semis, I'm still good. I'm still good. So
I like it. I would have never guessed them, but it kind of makes sense because of the path. And I could see how they have almost 2 chances of losing. So I could see how that makes it more of a better bet.
right.
But
Right. For betting purposes, I'm all about some Tennessee now. I'm
I like
rooting
it.
for them.
I
What about
respect
you?
it.
You got what's your big game? Other than Texas
It's
coming.
hard for me because let's be honest, I'm not really like so focused on them that everything else I'm just kind of like,
I got you.
you know what I mean?
Hmm.
So, but I'm actually I'm actually, and I'm not saying this just to be funny. I'm actually kind of curious about the Notre Dame and Indiana game.
I got you.
Yeah, I'm just curious to see what it's going to look like. I'm curious if it's going to be like a high scoring, or if it's going to be like a 15-12, or if it's going to be like a 35-38. Like I don't know what that game is going to be. It's the one game I don't know what kind of football is going to be played, I guess is I know what to expect from the other teams. I don't know what to expect from Notre
Gotcha.
Dame.
Gotcha.
But anyways,
All right.
well, we'll end this. So thank you for those of you that sat with us and laughed with us, and for those of you that think we're crazy, you are very welcome. And thank you to Jen J for the super chat, and also thank you for the people who are pushing me to go live more. You got more time. Here we are. Okay,
There
now I'm
you go.
going back to my cocoon. I'm running away.
I heard that.
Anyways, we'll see you all next week.
Peace.